all set. I'm ready. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is so good to see everybody today. Everybody, welcome to the Closing Acumen. We are ready today to bring you more news and what's happening in Liberia. So we'd like to welcome you. As you know, I'm Henry Peabody, one and only. I'm still here to bring you what's happening in our country. We'd like to welcome Christian Roberts. He was the first to be here. Welcome, Christian. Thank you. Musu Cooper, good morning from your end in Australia. Musu, good to see you. Rosetta Cole, already. Good to see you, Rosetta. No, everybody got a view. They got to express it, So Grace has her views and Grace can express her views, Rosetta. Independent minds are running this platform. Welcome, Rosetta. I'm trying to make up the name here now. If I don't pronounce your name good, no soup boy more than palm butter. Welcome. No soup boy. Actually, I just tasted one spoon of palm butter before coming on the show. I had only small soup left, so I just ate a little bit. Josiah Masale. Welcome, Josiah. Watching from Pinsville. Welcome. Edward Brosus. Welcome. Guys, as you make your way, share the show. It's going to be exciting tonight. The others will be joining us soon. It's going to be a little exciting tonight. There's a lot happening. We'll bring you more happening on more news from the we'll bring you more news from what is happening in there. The Capitol building, what unfolded yesterday. There's more to that, to what happened yesterday. We are getting story of different things that are happening. Some of the folks that were involved with that stuff yesterday. I understand they are facing major corruption charges. I mean the audit has really deepened them. Have brought some serious stuff on them. Some of the folks that the ringleader for that mini coup d'etat at the Capitol building. I hear there's a lot going on. It's a lot happening, man. I'm telling you, there is a lot going on. I understand that is those involved in the plot yesterday to remove the speaker. I hear there's an audit going on in the House, and some of those people might be indicted soon for major corruption, millions of dollars that was confiscated, that they use of the Liberian people money that they use. And I heard that they could face some serious charges, not related to what happened, but there was planned, the audit that was taking place, and I heard that the audit is far off now. The audit almost done or probably done. I'm hearing it's alleged that the LCC may even have a copy of that audit. And those that were trying their best to remove the speaker while he was out of the country, so that they won't announce that information, to bring it out, on the speaker. So that's why they were fighting so hard yesterday to remove the speaker. They wanted it to happen, so that they would not be brought to justice or other death, So the Capitol Hill coup plotters, as you call them, the coup plotters that were paid. They were paid almost $28,000 to go. I mean, the country. We live in a country, very interesting country. Prince Togar, good to see you, man. He said, "Would a coup plotter be jailed or expelled from the nation?" Well, there's a different way, though. I heard the rumors. We can get gossip. We can get the G's now. We can get some serious G's. We said before. We said that there was an attempt to remove the speaker. We said it long time. Tomalin George said it. There was an attempt. And now we see those coup plotters. And I hear the reason they were rushing. It was not based on anything wrong that the speaker did. It was based on the fact that there's an ongoing audit on them. And I hear some big fish involved, some top leaders involved. Most of the coup plotters were involved. Most of the coup plotters were involved. And when that report get out, you see how people are so greedy. One man wants to have $2-3 million. Well, you have the majority of the people suffering. The majority of the people don't even have clean water to drink. Don't even have food to eat. Can't even pay their children's school fee. One person must sit there and steal until they get almost $3-4 million in the pocket, and which is wrong. Jeremiah. Nukwe, Prince Moyi. Fala. Those guys want to sit down and make millions and millions of the Liberian people. They can't even look around and see how people are struggling. Look around and see how people are dying. Folks can't even afford. I go to Liberia once or twice every year. And I know what I do when I go into some of those villages. What does it take to just provide clean water for the people to drink that you save their life? Simple things like that. Very simple things. But you won't want to sit there and take millions. What does it take to build a clinic in that place? So when people have things like diarrhea and things like that, they can go and get medicine. What does it take to give them clean, healthy water to drink? What does it take to build a school? One man want to sit there and have about $2-3 million for himself. I mean, it's bad. It's seriously, it's a disgrace. When those things happen like that, it's bad. And I'm telling you, I mean, from what I'm hearing, if that other report come up, how the Capitol Hill in America will call it January 6th. They won't buy the October 17 coup plotters. When you hear that one, that's why they have. Where in the world people put millions of dollars in bag and just divide it among people like that? Gosh, can you think? Say, let me just take this money to Montserrat County or take it somewhere to help these people. Can you think you will take that money and go places just to remove somebody because the person might bring you to justice? And that's why you want to come up and do that. Grace, good to see you. Great, good to see you, Grace. Good
to see you, Peabody. How are you?
Good to see you. So that's why we're talking. Great. I hear about the October 17th Capitol Hill coup plotters. I hear there's a major report coming on some of them. The money involved and the numbers involved is really, really bad. It's so bad that, I mean, you're talking about millions of dollars that few of them, in fact, some of them, I know them already. They're always in something. And they say some top government official. I mean, from that place, most of them involved yesterday are involved in that other report that's coming up. And that's one of the reasons they resisted. They wanted to have that coup by force yesterday. By force yesterday, because they didn't want it to come out and they wanted to put a hold on it so that when the report come up, it's very bad. It's very bad for the country, and that's why I'm saying, how much money one person need in a place like that? when other people are suffering, when other people, the citizens don't even have anything, and they will do that. I think it will be important. So, Chris, welcome. We haven't started the conversation yet, but
Okay.
it promised to be a very fascinating conversation. Very much fascinating today as folks make their way. Guys, sometime next week, we'll be bringing on one of Liberia's most celebrated stars, James Salinsar Diba. Uh, uh, one of
Yes.
one of Liberia's finest. He will be coming on. He's going to be talking about the way forward with the national team and what can do. And I believe in his judgment. I believe that those are people who brought the Liberian soccer to life.
Yep.
Those guys stopped playing soccer. Can you imagine Liberian soccer have died completely? I mean, the George Weah group, James Diba, Kelvin Sikwe, since they retired, Liberia football have not been the way it is, and stuff like that. So Diba will come up and talk about football tomorrow. I believe he's like they call him Liberia's most celebrated star, James Salinsar Diba. He will be coming on next week. Uh, Probably will arrange a day for him to come on, and also tomorrow. There is another. I'm no on Sunday afternoon, guys. If you're watching, join us Sunday afternoon. There is another musical star from Liberia who will be appearing on the closing argument for 1 hour around 2 o'clock on Sunday, 2 p.m. Sunday. We'll just have a 1 hour show with her. She'll be coming, but you need to listen to her music. You listen to man, you will not believe it. She is a rising star. So they have reached out. So you said, so you got to tune out to the closing argument, man. We got it going. We got the music. We got everything coming on for you. Got the politics. But Chris, welcome. Tell us what's going on.
Thank you, Dr. Peabody. I am very happy to hear that. I would like to say hi to everybody, the guys in the studio, the listening audience in Liberia, the people on Facebook, social media, YouTube, wheresoever we are, and you're listening. I would like to say welcome to the platform, and it's nice to be here. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. We are happy to be here today, and I'm also very happy to know that Jim Salinsa Diba is coming on. He is for me, I'm a Barrow fan. So Jim Salinsa Diba to me is the best footballer ever since I was a little girl. So yes, I admire his play, the way he acts, the intelligence, the way he carried himself. So I will be happy to be here to really, if I can, to really just be able to interact with him. I think he's one of the best player ever, So anyway, I'm happy to be here. I also want to send a shout out this today to Dr. Clarence Spray Moniba. The brilliance of Dr. Moniba always just give me chill. I had a conversation with Dr. Moniba every now and then. He, beside him being a political leader I admire, he is my friend. So, I talk with him, and the brilliance of this man when he talks to me give me chills. He is just freaking brilliant they just got some brilliant people. For you to see all that brilliant, that brilliant, and all day to day, I just be feeling very educated to tell you the truth. I'll be feeling very educated because when he's that 1 hour 30 minutes, the kind of brilliance the man sank into my bones, I was like, oh my God, Doc. I say you are very brilliant. So I want to send a shout out to Dr. Moniba, my favorite always. And I hope he's doing fine. A lot of things going on for him. This man is all over Liberia giving leadership or teaching to students, children, adults. He teaching them how to be in leadership and everything. And when you go under his teaching, he certificates you and everything. And just imagine the children that honor him, they're really learning well, because today I learned from him for that 1 hour 30 minutes. In real life, I could have paid him for that. But anyway, I'm happy to be here. And tomorrow, Makan, the high table, Makan will be having a Dumbo festival in Maryland tomorrow. If you don't have the flyer, inbox us, we'll send you the flyer. That's not small eating. And the cooking is not small cooking. So you never been on the high table. This is your chance. Find your way there and try to eat some of her food, because she cooks very well. So I would just like to say that. But with all the happenings in Liberia, we will be able to discuss it as time go by. I see my brother Johnny here, so I want to welcome him to the platform.
Welcome, Johnny. Good to see you. Good to see you, Johnny. Yeah, let me talk about that. Let me see. I will send that. I don't know. Too many should send us that flyer from Maka, and let us put that up. I plan to leave from here tomorrow too. To go to Maryland. As a lover of Duma, and fufu. With my Bassa blood in me.
You
Uh,
Bassa?
uh, yes, my mom is Bassa. I have Bassa blood. I speak Bassa. Yes, I
Oh
am.
wow!
Yeah, I speak Bassa. I mean,
I didn't
it
know
may
that.
not be to the expert way of, but I can understand. And then guys said people try to say against me in Bassa. I
I
was somewhere one time, and the people didn't know that I could understand Bassa and Grace. The guy just sat there, and they were chewing me up in Bassa, and I was sitting there, and my heart was boiling. And I said, you know what? I'm going to be calm. I'm going to wait. So when it came back to the normal conversation, we talked 1 or 2 minutes. Then I brought the topic of the other guy going and needed to. I beg you, my man. I'm sorry. I beg you. I hold your phone. I'm really.
how are you going to gossip about people?
But I'm looking forward to go there. So, guys, if you're in the Maryland area, we'll get you the address. I mean, we invited you to come to that Duma Festival tomorrow. It's a way of thinking about home, and Makam will make everything possible to make you feel happy. I'm telling you, she will make sure that you're okay. And
She's a real
the
business person.
mhm,
She know how to interact with her customers. I give it to
yeah.
her.
So
Yeah.
I have a very busy schedule, but I'm leaving to go tomorrow, and it's at the Seneca State Creek Park in Gettysburg, Maryland. Seneca State Creek Park in Maryland. So if you know what that is, you can write that the address of that park. And tomorrow it starts at 11:30. Yeah, so I will leave here at 9 o'clock, and hopefully I reach there by 11:30 and get ready to swallow. I'll do the first round of domo with grumpy soup, and then I'll do the second round with regular soup. So, Johnny, why you laughing, man?
You greeted God.
I mean, Peabody, man, you surprised me, because I know all my time I spent in Riverside and Bassa, Dumbo is always with a regular Dumbo pepper soup, but grumpy soup is a
Oh,
real
man,
mixture. I've not seen
I
that
have
in
a
Riverside.
I have a Ghana blood in me too.
Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
heard the Ghanaians can eat doma,
I
People
went
in
to
Ghana.
No
Ghana.
wonder, no wonder.
1990, I went to Ghana during the war, and I stayed there for more than 7, 8 years. So, I got that Ghana side of me too. And
Hey,
then so
it is here.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, uh,
How about God? How about
You not
God?
even speaking the Jingle. They said Etisen,
A
Etisen,
decent, yeah.
Etisen.
You know,
Actually, I never lived in Ghana, but I've been going there. I've been there like 2 or 3 times. And I
yeah.
had an interaction. I had meetings with the
Mhm.
Ghanaian Traditional Council and the rest of people. So, I'm a typically traditional man. So I could pick up and be quickly assimilated to people. So I try to learn the Ghan, to learn the what other language they speak there. The Ghan, the Fanti.
The airware.
Yeah.
And yeah, I try to get small language from there. Like in Liberia, I say hi in every language in Liberia right now. So Grace can't match me. People that can't match. But in Liberia, I'm the
You should
master.
still teach me, so I can learn it too.
I mean, one thing I know, I can speak Bassa. Don't try me with Bassa, brother.
But you can say hello in
Huh?
say hello in crew. Me hear you now. Say hello in crew. Or good morning.
I can say
Oh,
hello in Grebo.
No,
I
no, no,
can
no,
Grebo
no,
listen,
no.
Bassa.
listen, listen.
People that say morning in crew. I will give you something empty you want. Give it to you.
I'm a crappy. It means I'm a
Ah,
crewman. I'm a crappy.
I say good morning in crew.
No, I'm telling you first that I'm a crewman. Therefore, I said good morning, in
Okay,
crew.
say good morning in crew. Now me hear you.
I only know clappy. I'm a clappy. That's what I know.
Great. How do you say crew? How do you say good morning in crew? Or
In
hello?
Grebo. I'm not crew. I Toffee Aqua. I won't be crew. I beg you.
Ah.
I won't say hello in Grebo. Now we
Okay, me hear
are.
you say, eh?
Now we are.
Okay, what other one can say? Give me some other one. What else?
Now we are then you will say not fede. Then you say anute.
Anute. Be say yes,
Mm.
wa.
I thought
And
not
then
Fede was
now listen now,
two.
look,
No,
Grace
not
the
fede me. How are you? And then you say anute. They say I'm fine.
Anute. Anute is like welcome and thank you for coming.
Whatever.
Wow.
But I agree.
Yeah.
It's
And
something
know,
better.
the grower got two groups, right? The grower that in like in Barabo area, Calloway, Callocan, going towards River G. They say
Ratan. Mm-hmm.
tattoo, 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 tattoo.
Yeah, I think
You heard
I
that
heard that
before?
thing before. Yeah.
Tattoo is a global language from
That's
the
always they made a song too. They sing a
yeah.
song.
Now we are oh,
I like that
now we
song though.
are oh, now we
Oh,
are oh, serio, now
No,
we
now
are
we
I,
oh.
I, I like that
are.
song though.
Yeah.
I like that song. You
I'm
know.
from Lofa, but I try in the 60 language groups in Liberia. I can relate to them anyway. I work over the last 15 years in all the counties. I learn how to say hello in all of them. I can communicate. Like in crew, you say there were.
Okay. That
There
what
were.
me.
Me do there were. And
Yeah.
then in global, you say now we are, or you say are we are. Oh, now we are a singular, are we are a plural. Right, Grace?
Okay. We are to everybody.
Uh huh.
And then
My
now we
dad
are
was
to one
very good
person.
at speaking almost all the language. My dad could speak Pele, could speak Loma,
Uh,
and he
the,
knew those
then
things,
the
man.
pastor
I
will
don't know.
say, how they say, pastor, what is the pastor? I broke the boss. Whoa.
Apocalypse, I want a boy.
People say, let you be
Mwen.
pastor.
You said Mwen.
When?
Yeah, Mwen. I want a boy.
Uh-huh.
Nina Junker. You know, what's your name? Nina Junker. You know,
I poke the plus who?
Nina Moharan Peabody.
And
You
people, I
know,
poke the plus who?
I say
Apostle.
people they sunny too or they talking they they want to think of me for a boy. He is on.
But you guys didn't Loma Trio say he was speaking Loma yesterday. I know Loma Kisi yesterday. Loma.
I said people that would you off today he's speaking Chinese.
The passport can hear me when this. Yeah.
But look. When I speak Loma, I speak at the level of master degree level. Because I will say, come on,
Oh,
unga. I speak Loma, I speak Bandi, I speak Kisi, I speak Madingo, I speak
but
Pele,
you
I speak Mende.
ruffle.
And for Grace, I've been in the 15 counties. I've been to
Wow.
minimum 40 towns in each county. Since
Wow.
2008.
When I come to like Brussels, you can carry me to the different places. God,
Grace,
really
if
gotta
you
do
have
some,
time, I will take you
work in
around,
those
right?
areas.
Liberia has a lot of heritage feature that we need to identify and put it out to expose the positive image of Liberia. And in Maryland County, the one that I like in Maryland, I like the song is I don't know why, I don't know for some reason I like the song even in my own love.
No, they
I
said
went to
it's beautiful. It's beautiful
yeah,
there. Yeah.
I went to Sino. Sino has a whole
Oh yeah,
district.
that's where I've been. I've been there. Kusano.
There's a whole district of Global in Sino County called Kehleboe, right? And I went there, I saw a typical Lofa culture being displayed there. Even though
Wow.
they don't speak, yeah, they don't speak Loma or anything, but I saw the direct thing we do in Lofa actually happening in Global in a part of Sino County called Kehleboe. Meaning in a town called Nyenwolo. I walked 3 hours 45 minutes from where we park the car to the town called Nyenwolo in Kehleboe. You know what I'm saying? You imagine I was walking and met a whole colony of gorillas walking by the road. You won't believe it,
Oh my God.
Grace. I mean, like, we're in group, we didn't talk to them. We're three walking, and I'm ranking guy and the driver and myself walking like distant from each, and the gorilla walking on the side of the road. They didn't battle us, we didn't battle them. They were in group walking by the side of the road. We walk on the left side, and they walk on the right side. And look, I was walking with fear, Grace, and people, real fear.
I
I'm
know.
distant, where I was, I'm distant from no communication, no network, nothing. And that was during the
Wow.
time of the Ebola crisis.
Wow.
How to prevent
Wow.
themselves, how to communicate about Ebola happening in the community. You understand? We parked the car
Mm.
in the town called Togar and walked 3 hours 45 minutes. I had the clock on calculating.
Mm.
We arrived in the
Wow.
town when there was a traditional ceremony going on, and I saw certain sounds and symbols in the town. I told the guy from America, the American guy, I said, look, walk faster ahead of me and go the next town. Sunday is about to happen in the town. He said, how do you know? I said, no, just go. Keep walking, going. But me, I will meet you. I can see what happening. I saw signs and symbols in that town that told me that something was to happen in the town. And so the American guy, the women walked faster. They went ahead of me. And I took my time
Wow.
to walk through the town and went up to where. And then after a few minutes, they were how to do. They came by and asked for who was the man I had the team. I said, I'm the one. They said, where are you from? I said, from Lofa. They said, okay, we understand why you gave such instruction because we realized that you recognize our signs and symbols. So Liberia is a country of a culture of cultural values that we need to maintain and protect. For me, I'm a typical Liberian traditional man. I believe in the cultural values of Liberia because all the last 15 years, what I've learned about Liberia makes me to understand that this country is a country of unity, one family, one group. Our leaders must understand that Liberia is a family. It's not divided. We will not divide it.
And they should
We can
stop
have
dividing
16
our
tribes, but we're not
country.
divided. You
Yeah,
mind? You can follow. But the better is linked to the crown way there in the east in Grand Jida. Do you know why that happened?
Hmm.
The better is when Babulu, you cross over Bomi, Cape Bomi, Monserrado, you go all the Grand Jida. But they are linked culturally and traditionally. Do you know why that happened? Our leaders must understand those things, those values, to know how to lead us. I'll take our time one day to be your guest on the show where I will explain some of the things that Bro has in its as its value, cultural values that make us unique and will make us to move forward in development and peace and reconciliation.
That would be awesome. You
Very, very
Sure,
much.
I mean,
sure.
anytime you want to do that, let us know. Maybe a Sunday, preferably. We
Yeah.
can come and talk about the Liberian culture, the value, and all of that. It's important because what I feel like we have pretty much we are out of touch when it comes to our culture. A lot of Liberians,
Mhm.
a lot of people, we are completely out of touch. You ask me, that's how you see Liberian not trying to learn Nigerian, talking like Nigerian, learn how to talk
Exactly.
like Ghanaian,
Even dressing like Nigerians. Can
dressing
you
like
imagine?
Yeah.
Nigerian, and behaving like Nigerian. It's like we don't have any culture. We don't have any culture. Actually, even like Liberian pastor in local churches in Liberia, they won't be talking to Nigerian and talking to Ghanaian and stuff like that. Our gospel music. How many Liberian gospel songs you hear Liberian singing these days? All the song, the music, the gospel song, they want to sing off on Nigeria or Ghana. They want to be like them, which is a sign that we are losing our culture. We are
The
losing
thing
it.
is that because this is what happened. Liberians, they don't value themselves. And it happens now that that's what we fight among ourselves. We don't appreciate who we are until we reach to that state to appreciate who we are, appreciate our culture, where we from, regardless of what happening in our country at this point in time. That we are one people. It's just that we have different opinions, and we all got to be able to come on the table and speak our minds and try to agree to disagree to agree, but not using it in a way that it becomes hate. That we don't when one person speak against the person because they do something, then you equivalent. Oh, the person hit this person. This is destroying the core of the nation. It's destroying the core of the nation. The Nigerians they disagree. They come from different walks of life. I've been to Nigeria. I think I've been to 5 different states in Nigeria. The people, although they're from different places, but at the end of the day, they are Nigerians. So even when they are out of the country, you see they embrace one another. They do things together regardless of their tribal background. What is first and foremost to them is that they are Nigerians. And until Liberians start to do what is first and foremost to us that we are Liberians, and stop the tribalism, it will stop. When you get to meet a Liberian person anywhere, the first thing they will come to you and ask you, "Oh, where tribe you from?" It's just so odd. Identify the person first as a Liberian. You talk to them for a minute, get to know them. Then maybe in the end of the conversation, you can say, "What part of Liberia you from?" or something. They can't even say what part, where tribe you from. So it's just this thing started after the war. Liberians were two
Identity.
together before, but
Identity
then when
issue.
the war came, they started to just, it just brought so much demarcation among us. And because of because of the tribal killing and all the things, it just became a norm to the society. And we can break from that. It just take the willpower of our leadership to be able to help to do that, because the leaders set the tone. And once they set that tone of peace and togetherness, it will happen. But that thing, when the leaders come in power, now Joseph Baka, the whole government coming from Lofa. So and then the other person that did the same thing again. Everybody was coming from the side until you agree to mix everybody up according to the credentials, the education, the competence, regardless of what country they're from, what tribe they're from, regardless of their tribe or not. But you see them first as a Liberian, then Liberia will be a better place. It takes the willpower to do it, and it takes a great leader that will come and bring the people together. We always say how they call it, Jerry Runnings. Jerry Runnings' father wasn't like Ghanaian. His mother was. And in the culture, when your mom is a Ghanaian, you are a Ghanaian. So, and he did that for Ghana. The people speak different languages in Ghana, but they are Ghanaians first. Until we can be Liberian first. Liberia is a beautiful place. I've been to some places in Liberia, and the things I saw, that the place is so unique, but we don't
You know
even
what?
embrace our uniqueness. We are so different from the other African nations, especially the one in West Africa. We are set apart. But how can we embrace our uniqueness? That's the one that's suffering us right now. I will rest for somebody else to come in.
You know,
You
you
know,
know. Go
Grace.
ahead.
Recently, people, 1 minute. Grace.
Go ahead.
Recently,
Go
when
ahead.
I was on my way back, I took along with me some money from Liberia, some US dollar from Liberia. Let me just tell you what happened. So I have money on me actually to do my things in the US. Not doing the US dollar I have for me in Liberia, they were so dirty that it couldn't be used in the US. However, long story short, I got to the airport on my way back to Liberia, and I had the extra because a lot of people came in to bring to Liberia and to bring back home. And I didn't refuse it because friends, my relatives, and everybody, oh, take this for me to Liberia, so I will carry it. So I received all the goods, people mail all the things to me through my sister in the address. So I had extra baggage that I was bringing, more than 25, more than 23 kilos. So I said, I will pay. I got problem with that. I will pay. I'm not a poor Liberian. So I got to the airport. They weigh my materials, everything. They say, "Oh, Johnny, you gotta pay extra 325." So I will pay, no problem. Depending on the money I brought from Liberia in US dollars, I got
Mhm.
now to pay the money to the counter. The lady counted 100. I mean, she counted 7 pieces of the 20 pieces I had. She said, "Sir, this money is low quality. I can't take it." And you imagine that no money I had on me, nothing else. My sister had dropped me off, going back to Delaware. Everybody going. I'm abandoned at the airport. So I said, but there's the only money I have. She said, well, I'm sorry. If you can't change the money, then I'm sorry. You gotta take your baggage back. I said, no, it can't happen. So I started hustling around. Long story short, I met two Ghanaians and I know two Nigerians and a Ghanaian at the airport. The two Ghanaians trying to help me to exchange my money to new US dollars at the airport. So we changed seven. We had three more left. He said, oh, let's go downstairs and put the money into the card. Then they will take the card from you. You can pay through your card. We did that. We put the money, the few money he changed into US dollar brand new. We went and put it into the currency, into the credit the card system. When to carry the card to Ethiopia Airline, they said no, can't take the card. So all the money I put in the machine, they're gone. I can't use it. I'm left with just 3 pieces of $20 US, $60 US. Imagine now I pay 325 and I have just $60 in my hand. I said, I wonder how do I solve the problem? So I went to my phone looking for opportunities. People say, well, we can help you, but do you have? I don't have that number. I don't have Cash App because I'm a senior in the US. But that Ghanaian fellow now called Prince Odami. He said, my brother, I can help you. I said, how can you help me? He said, I'll give you my Zelle number and ask your brothers and friends in the US to send money to you. That's how I started calling all around. I have people that send me money, my sister, my uncle. Everybody estimate money through that ball number. Then I was afraid because I'm thinking that they guy could get money on his phone and just slip away. Then I'll be the loser. you know. So but hold it. I mean, for God, God bless me. He was in that kind of person. He got the money on his phone. He said, "Oh, Johnny, I have $400 now on my phone for you. I can now go and swap and get your things done. I said, thank you. So he swapped. We have balance $85 left. I said, take all. Because our rescue,
Yeah.
I said, man, take all. He said, no. I can't do that. You're my brother from West Africa. I will give you. I said, no, you can't do that. You on the trouble that they disgrace I come and face here. I'm from Lofa County. I'm an honorable man in Lofa. You know what I'm saying? I said, take all I know, I'm gonna get in plane and go to Liberia. He said, no, you can't do that, my brother. You're my African brother, I will help you. So I said, okay, then take 35 and give me 50. I want to go through the process and that tells you that Africans are one. Those three, the two Nigerians and the Ghanaian guy to the airport. Imagine if I didn't have them there, what would have happened to me to that airport?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I just want to tell Liberians that look, we can have issue with Ghanaian and Nigerian, but I think those three guys maybe they feel good about Nigerians and Ghanaians. Because at that point, I would have been a disgraced Liberian to the airport. Imagine I want two Liberians that were traveling from the government and had gone for the UN meeting. I will not call her name because I want to protect that. I said, can you help me? I said, well, I said, I'm Jen. I need just $140 US in clean money to give my baggage. They said, we don't have money. I said, okay, no problem. I let them. Although, but that Nigerian, the two Nigerians and the Ghanaian fellow helped me. So, Father, the Ghanaian guy gave me his Zelle account. It was his account that we used to get money from Peabody, from my sister Kopo, from my uncle James, my sister Sony, and my brother-in-law. You help me, man. You help me. I can't have it. You help me. You did well. If you're not helping me, I would have been to that airport stranded with disgrace for me. Look, man,
but the thing is that why I said the money in the country is so dirty. Because even when I went
the
to
money is so dirty.
I took it to Ghana. The people told me they can't take that money.
They can't take it.
They don't put in like Singapore. Don't take the money to the bank. They keep it. That's what happens. Yeah, they keep it. They don't take it to the bank. People keep the money. So
they see money. Well, Thomas Father kept me in house to go get it.
So how the money that Father them were giving? Oh, so I was looking.
So they said Father got plenty of that money in house. Anybody
got it plenty.
You need to go there so you can get some that money.
Togar, but Togar just coming. Let's hear from Togar first, and then we'll do the commercial for the program tomorrow, and then we'll get into the politics. Togar, welcome. Good to see you.
We can't hear you.
You're muted. Unmute.
Yes, thank you. Thank you to everybody. Grace, Johnny, Tata Peabody. It's good to be on the show. You know, I've been very tired of there and yonder. But it's gradually settling in. Yeah, I've been very busy running after my whole school stuff to leave for studies. So I've been tired. I haven't been fully on the show like that, but I hope when I finally settle in, it will all work very well. But, you know, the town is very tense at the moment. So I know it's going to be politically... I'm coming back to you. I want you to... It's going to be a politically charged show. So Liberia is very tense at the moment. Very, very tense.
Wow.
And man, I'm serious, man. The boy are young serious, man.
We also...
Did he get it mentioned?
We also running another new event, me, Councillor Morayo Yekula, Foley Massacre, and others. I think you've been following that too about they changed the BOP. They changed the BOP.
We need to let our Chinese level go.
I'm one of those. I'm one of those on that committee. In fact, we have a very impressive chat room at the moment, open chat room, where we might be approaching around 920 to 930 persons at the moment. And we're hoping it will hit 1,000. With 1,000, then we're able to do more. We want to test the system to see if our democracy has matured to some level where the citizens can take onto themselves in holding their leaders accountable for their actions. So all these we can talk about. So I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Wow, that's important. Guy, could you put that ad up? That we'll just do it, and then we'll get into the show. Coming back.
Girl power. Pick up to Mariah Yakula. That girl power. You push that girl. You push that. You push it. You push it until we unscrew that level and throw it in the level already finished blowing already. We just need to put it in the trash. That's what happening.
Guys, in the studio, could you put that photo back up? Let's do that act. Let's do the program for tomorrow, and then we go from there. Yeah. So, could you bring it closer, guys? Tomorrow we'll be in Maryland. If you're in the Gettysburg area or closer, we invite you to come and join us at the fall special. Yeah, the fall special, the high table fall special. You know, like a Doma Fest. They'll have different food there. They'll have tabagi there as well. Johnny, I wish you were there to eat some of that from Lofa. They'll have tabagi and dry rice, fried fish, everything. To come up tomorrow. Makan is a great chef. She knows how to put those things together. So if you're in the area, we're looking forward to see you. I mean, no, we would like to meet you, some of our fans. If you're in the area, come up to the Senate, I think it's the Scenic Creek or something like that in Gettysburg. Come up, Senate. Could you put that a little clearer? I'm not seeing the writing too good. I think yeah, okay. Yeah, the address. I probably have to utilize my the one on my phone. But the address is 11950 Clupper Road, Gettysburg, Maryland. Clupper Road in Maryland. So we encourage you to come tomorrow. 11950 Clupper Road, Gettysburg. Is at the Seneca State Creek Park. So tomorrow, come up. We'll be there. We'll bring this back to you again. But Maka is putting it down. The Fall Festival, Duma Special. Come up. We'll be there. At least I can buy Duma for at least 2 people. You know, there will be, special drinks and stuff like that. I can afford to buy Duma for at least 2 people. So come tomorrow and you can get a bowl of Duma on me as well.
You saw the Duma you buying for me?
I'm buying some for you too. I already dialed.
You're my son in agreement. What your problem?
Yeah, I'll buy a Duma. I'll buy the, which one you want? The Ghana one or the pepper soup one?
The last time I ate a Ghana one, so this around we eat a pepper soup.
Me, I eat them both. When I get that, I eat the Ghana. Then about 2 hours later, I eat the Liberian. That time I come home, I eat the dry rice. Then I cook the dry food. Yeah. All right, guys. So, guys, welcome. Now we're going to get into the politics, guys. I want to welcome everybody. Welcome. The president of Liberia, Joe Baka, according to the front page Africa, President Baka met with the Pope Francis at the Vatican today. Very historic, for Catholics and others. Yeah, Edwin Crack, come. I'll be there tomorrow. Come, Edwin Crack. The president met in the Vatican today. The president, President Baka, was beautifully dressed. He took out the hat. For some reason, he took out the hat. I don't know why, but he met the Pope today in the Vatican. So let's talk about the president's trip to Italy. Togar, since you on the ground, you in Liberia, know a lot of that. I want you to start with that, and we'll go to Johnny and then Grace. But the president is in the Vatican. He met today with Pope Francis in the Vatican. They had mutual conversation. He expressed deep appreciation for the church, the Catholic Church, long-standing contribution to Liberia and other stuff like that. Let's talk about President Baka visit to Italy. Let's start with you, Togar.
Yes. So you might not hear often, that like you will hear from probably, I think they had the European Investment Bank that they've been discussing with for some 50 million loan for rice production. You might not hear often that some international bodies like will support the government with some resources, but actually the Catholic Church, does give a lot of support to development right across the world. So I don't think it's out of mistake. I think they support health, they support education, they support development activities. The Catholic Church runs a lot of institutions in Liberia. They help our economy with its growth and development purposes. Many people would think it's just for the tourism aspect or just for a handshake.
Somebody talk back in the background.
Yeah, I don't know what. Don't let it check us in trouble. Other. Know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I think that was a good move, and it will reignite, the entire relationship between our government and that of the Catholic institution. I just hope it can drive more development to Liberia. I hope the Catholic institutions can try to expand, and can be able to help in different directions in the country. So let nobody overlook a meeting between the Catholic Church and that of Liberia. The Catholic Church plays a pivotal role in the developmental drive of this country. Health, education, sanitation, agriculture, the drive. The Catholic Relief Service has been very supportive, even during the war. There were hundreds of Liberians who were displaced, and they were seated in a lot of Catholic facilities across Liberia, and they were being supported. The Catholic Church has continued to support Liberia's development drive. You might not hear it every day, you might not think, but they're investing millions in this country. And I think that was a good move. I'm not a Catholic, but I went to a Catholic school myself, and I know fully well that the Catholic has supported a lot of our development programs in the country. I just hope, like we always say, that can be strengthened, that can be encouraged, and we can be able to use what we've given in a rightful way. That's what I think.
Johnny, Chairman, we want to start with this. The president is in Italy. I hear they're trying to sign. They haven't signed the loan. They haven't signed the agreement yet, but the information ministry already started talking. Oh, how he got this coming. They didn't even sign it yet. But the president met the Pope today, Pope Francis. I want you to chime in this, Chris chime in it, and then we'll go to the next topic. And the next topic will be about the coup plotters.
All right. So thank you. Let me thank you, Peabody, and the rest of the team over how we into the conversation. So it's a good attempt by our leader to visit the Vatican, but I'm concerned about what is his relationship back home with the Catholic diocese. In Liberia, we have three dioceses. We have Morovia Diocese, Kehleboe Diocese, and the Banga Diocese. Since he took power in the last 8 or 9 or 10 months, what has he been involved with those three bishops and the Archbishop for Liberia? The Vatican will not act in a country if they don't hear from the local diocese or the national diocese. So I will advise my president, after all these meetings that are going on in the Vatican, when he returns to Liberia, should try to meet with the various bishops, Bishop in Kepamas, Bishop Guar in Banga, and the bishop for Morova Diocese. I can get his name correct. And so meet with them and discuss your agenda, because they will be the best messengers for you to the the Catholic Church, the Vatican. If you don't do that, you have some delay in getting your aim and your objective accomplished in Liberia, because the Archbishop or the Pope in Vatican will listen to what comes out of the Archbishop of Liberia. So, I mean, the visit is good, but I will advise my uncle from Lofa, the president of Liberia, when you get back, try to build more relationship with the Catholic diocese, the Catholic denomination in Liberia, and that will help to even push things forward. The Catholic Church have been very good. Most people in the country will tell you that they got the Catholic Church. I'm one of those. I was in the Catholic Church in Benjamin in the late 70s and early 80s. I mean, my grandparents pay one semester, and the second semester will pay through scholarship. The Catholic sisters, helped me to go to school from first grade to fifth grade, and then sixth grade I moved to Morovia. And I even served as an author board then in the Catholic Church with Bishop. By them, it was Father Famule in Vanjema. So I know a little bit about the Catholic Church. They are very, very good in education, in health, in other social services. But at the national level, I will appeal to my government to try to build more relationship with the Catholic diocese in Liberia so that they can be able to push your agenda to the Vatican. Once you go through the Catholic system, from here to the Vatican, I can show you you have a lot of support coming from the Catholic Church. And even on the Catholic Church is very influential on the international scene at the United Nations and other agencies. Because most people in the most Catholics, in fact, most of the senior leaders in the world belong to the Catholic denomination, in the Christian faith. So if you build that link, I believe we'll make progress to the Catholic Church to help Liberia, either in the education, health, and even agricultural sector. That's what I think. But if that is not done, like if you just think that going to the Vatican and meeting with the Pope and that's all to it, I'm sorry, you may not get what you want to get. Let me stop there and allow Grace to go on.
Well, they're probably living his dreams. I mean, it's not a it's not a joke to meet the Pope. You know, I mean, once you meet the Pope, people got pictures. They show it's kind of historical for people who will go there and meet him. But you know, I mean, I'm happy that President Bouaka met the Pope. It's a significant, you know, diplomatic event. And Peabody was saying about his dress code. He had to take out that hat because for you to meet the Pope, you can't be wearing a hat. You have to be dressed in a very diplomatic way and carry yourself very well. But his meeting with the Pope is very significant to Liberia. It's very good for the country. And I would say that when you meet the Pope, it means that you're getting that relationship with the Vatican. And for you to have the relationship with them, you have to also be able, it kind of, you're supposed to be able to address some issues that are happening around the world, let alone in your country. So do you have social justice going on in the country? The kind of the corruption that going on right now, you know, people trying to unseat or sitting speaker while you are there meeting the Pope, then the people start to look at the country that kind of way as a leader, what's going on, you know, and all those kind of things. You know, you can talk, you have to engage them about human rights. Do you have human rights in your country? The people got rights there that they can do, you know, what is better for them, and nobody would just do anything to them when it comes to justice. That two-tier justice system that you're running in that country, that certain people can't go to prison, but the poor people go to prison. So the world's looking at all of those things. The Pope gets information on those things. So meeting the Pope is one thing, but you know, the significance in meeting the Pope, you have to be in line with addressing these kind of things that are going on that is wrong in your country. And for the people to look at you seriously and have a relationship with the Vatican. So it's nice that he met the Pope. This is his 10th month in power. He has 5 years and some few months to go. So we will see moving forward, what can he do differently when it comes to these basic global issues that the Pope and the Vatican represent, you know, peace in a country, you know, human rights, no human rights violations and all those kind of things. So yeah, it was a nice gesture that he went to do that. But again, what does it benefit Liberia when most of the things that the Pope and the Vatican stand for, your country is not even standing for those things? They're not happening. I just saw one video with a little girl explaining how she started prostitution from the age of 3. You got a gender ministry. The people already fighting there for money. People taking money from the budget, putting it in their pockets. How is it that we have a whole gender ministry? We have health and social welfare. And a 13-year-old girl is a prostitute, telling you where she goes to do a prostitution. How are these children still on the streets? You know, where you got about 5 different ministers within the gender ministry, plus the minister proper. What are they doing? So all these things, the world looking at you people, and you go and meet the Pope, and you think that you would take the picture and kind of put it in your office. But what can the Vatican relationship with your country be like? And that's what we are looking for.
All right, guys. Thank you. The president's there. He's in the Vatican. He's meeting the people, and you know, we happy that he can travel. You know, have a great trip and meet with the Pope. But let's get on the real issue here. The speaker is traveling with the president. The president, people that are very close to the president, some of his partisans, you know, some of his lawmakers from the same political party, Going again, the speaker. I heard today that the audit report is very, very bad for some of the coup plotters. The October 17 coup plotters. I heard that the audit report is very, very bad. I mean, from what I heard, the little bit I just look at. I mean, the person when they showed me on the phone, they said they couldn't even send me the copy and stuff like that. But from what I look at, people sat down. Some of these coup plotters sat down and ate millions of dollars for the Liberian people. They ate millions of dollars. I mean, how more can one person be that greedy to sit there and just take the country money and just eat it without any remorse? And you're just eating and eating millions of dollars. So when the audit report, I understand it's coming up soon. I understand even LSCC is reviewing it right now. So this has been ongoing, and it could cause some stir. But we have lawmakers who are confessing to receiving bribes. You know, I heard from the report I read from Africa. They say some of them who they want a sanction. The threat of sanctions, some of them giving up, they're coming back, confessing, say they're withdrawing, they don't want to be part of it again. How can you say you don't want to be part of it again when you have received $25,000 or more? Then you say, oh, I don't want to be part of it and stuff like that. No, ethically, you were wrong. So what do you think should happen to these people? Okay. For the audit report I hear is coming up. It's bad. It's going to be bad for Tomafala. It's going to be bad for Prince Moyi, the Nukwe, and other guys, and some in the Senate and some in the House of Representatives. It's going to be bad. And I hear it's going to be even bad for the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. You know, I hear it's going to be really bad. You know, this is millions of dollars was suffering. Millions of dollars.
What audit report are you talking about?
I mean, the one from the House. The one from the House.
I don't think they've done anything. I think that where the problem has been.
Yeah.
Not actually an audit that has been done. I think the audit was proposed, but they're not even giving the GSC the chance to begin the audit.
That's where the problem. I hear they have 1 second. I heard they got all those things completed, the information. From what I heard today. Sorry for my stuff there. So
they're saying that there's an independent audit that went on within the House.
Yes.
That Speaker of Kofa have brought out for some auditors to do the independent audit for the House, and then this is the reason why that they were trying to remove him, because they know the audit report is almost done on the House. So it's not that the GSC, or except you know something about the GSC, to another audit report on them, but there's an audit report going on for money that was used within the House of Representatives that they are investigating already before this whole thing happened.
And
I heard allegedly.
That's really news to me, because what I've been hearing all along is that I think they voted to do an audit of the legislature. That audit has not been done, but then some people who think they would be linked to an audit if it were done are the people who are obstructing what's supposed to happen. Whether that audit
allegedly,
that's something that I know. But
allegedly, I heard that Grace said. Allegedly, like Grace said, that
they've already done one.
That something had been on, and it's very damning, and that's why some of the representatives. I mean, they're aware of it, and there will be more coming up, but it's going to be very bad for the country. But in the first place, right? You're dishing out almost $1.something million. What really gets me confused is Liberia can't inquire where the people taking money like that from catch and dishing it out, and Liberia don't even show any concern. But now Liberia should be at that Capitol building demonstrating, demanding that some of those people either resign and stuff like that. Okay? For the fact that you have millions of dollars in cash and you dishing it among yourself, and while they are suffering, it's bad. It's very, very bad. You know, Johnny, but I want you to come in.
Peabody, all the last few days, this issue has been coming up, on the platform for discussion, and I will remain constant on my position. What is the value we have as Liberians to remove the speaker? What has this house done in the last 8 or 9 months that will give us hope as Liberians that in this regime, this 6 years term, there will be some fundamental changes taking place that will compare whoever takes over from Barkai to do great things for Liberia.
You're always on the shit.
I mean, how important is this removal of Speaker Kofa to Liberian people? Liberians in most part of Liberia in rural communities are still drinking dirty water from creeks, streams, and rivers. I mean, to be very frank, as I have said it on the show, and I will continue to say this until I see my government moving towards improving people living condition that I, as a private citizen, I have to save for more than 4 5 months to go and do a hand pump in a village in my place because I feel that I don't feel good living in Morovia. In Morovia, the water that I can waste is needed by people in villages to live to survive. So to be arguing in the legislature for removing a speaker for what reason? And how good is this speaker to me, however? In the last 6 or 9 months, what has this speaker done that we Liberians we can say, okay, look, we stand with him, don't remove him. And what is the issue of those 40 or whoever or lawmakers have can we boast of that these lawmakers got up ground to remove the speaker because they want to change Liberia? No, we are in the cycle of being the same place. We're not making progress as a country, my brother and sister Grace. Let me be frank with everybody here. Even those listening to us on the platform, we're not making progress. Even those that are hearing, those that are in the project, there's no use, no need to hear anybody in that situation. Until I see our school system, schools have open latrine, paid latrine. In the day and age, we have public high schools. The children must walk in the bush to go and eat themselves in a borehole latrine in this day and age, Liberia, with diamond, gold, everything. They will argue about changing speaker. That's my issue there. I don't care what to do. They change speaker, they don't change speaker. My worry is I want to see how our deputies, those members of legislature, are making effort to make sure our budget is working to improve our living condition, to improve our education system. Our children, the young people, are all in the street with no direction. Then we catch them in the street, we punish them for doing things they're not supposed to be doing. Because why? Our government has not provided necessary conditions. Look, at this sociology, we have 5 social institutions: the family, the education, religion, the economics, and politics. Politics is responsible for the governing society. The way govern society, the higher education will improve, the higher the economy will improve, the family will do better, and then we'll do better religion. So if our governance system is poor, everything else will be poor in this country. So our lawmakers, including both senators and representatives, they have to remove their personal ego from what they are doing and then focus on what they can do to improve Liberia. Seriously. So Speaker cover being maintained or removed. For me, I Johnny Kwebe Monimba Ndebe from Lofa County. I have no interest in that thing. What I want to hear is I want to hear argument in that house about what they want to do to improve education, to improve health. Even when we say health, maternal health. Look, people probably I will give you some video that I've got it on my own. I spoke to a male wife in Bapolo in Belefasama. This old man tells me how long women take 7 8 hours walking from in the forest, crossing bridges, crossing water, climbing mountain, climbing hills to kind of town to come get maternal response. When I came from that place, my brother, 3 months I didn't drink anything. They call anything I go to, I want drink. I said, no, man, I want drink. Let raise money to help people in that area. To the point that I raised money, I bought 20 bags of cement and sent to Belefasama to pay on waiting home so that when women are in that 3 or 4 months, can come and live in that place. That project did not succeed because the road condition was bad. Can you imagine? We paid $10 US to transport a bag of cement from Monrovia, Kuwait, Douala to Belfast on the truck because the road is so bad. You buy a bag of cement $10 US, you pay $10 US for it to transport one bag of cement. I traveled with an American retired public health officer in Belfast doing the Ebola. She and I saw the condition together. She promised to help raise money. She went back to America and contributed $500 US. I came to Monrovia. All my friends that I work with, we all can have fun, drink beer, and stuff together. I said, gentlemen, for 3 months, no drinking liquor, let's raise money and help people behind there. Women are suffering from just maternal health issues. So all the issues around the whole country, that Babolu, that Maryland County, one of the most remote part of Liberia, Maryland, Grand Cruz, Sando, River G, where people walk hours to go to hospital. They're not concerned about the remote speaker. Look, I don't want to say anything because for me, when I get first, I can still not go out of words. But look, we need to do better for this country.
Don't go out of words.
Right now, for Liberia right now is no good for to be proud of it. We are proud of Liberians, but Liberia now is not a good country to be proud of. We almost ensure that our health, our education must be a priority for this country. So they want to keep cover, they want that they are business. I want to see them moving towards making sure that our next budget, 2025 budget, has 80% going towards services to people in the country. Then I know they are real people to serve us as our deputies. Other than that, I don't care what they do in that place. They can shoot each other their business. And Liberian people who have been voting, this is the time they should sit down and be sober to do sober reflection. Just few months ago, few months ago, we're all around, running around in all the water. You know, all the water, clean water, dirty water, some voting for people in here. Then they go in that place in 9 months. They can even show the order what they can do for us. They talk about removing speaker or keeping speaker. Do that business. Eh? For me, Liberian, let's be on our elect. Let's see this as a guide for us in 2029. We need progress in the country. So we're making progress. So I want Sierra Leone, just to close, I want Sierra Leone to do assessment because the project I'm working on want to extend to Sierra Leone also to do assessment. The guy who came around, the guy is a classroom teacher in Pujang. So the government supplies the key course books to all public schools. That's my own. I saw that in Pujang City, they use a police truck to transport my book, English book, social studies book, and what else? Another book to all students from 1st grade to 12th grade in Sierra Leone. When we ever do that in this country? Public schools, I saw that happening. The book about Massacre. He led me around in Pujang district and Bo district to do assessment to see what we can do. You know, I will get a project from Liberia to Sierra Leone. And they got me and said, "Oh, Chief, can you allow me to care about books?" So which book? He said, "Oh, we are here. The government is about to supply books to my region. I'm a teacher in my region. So can we carry the book on my car?" I said, "Go ahead." They brought all the books, put it in our Land Cruiser Jeep in the trunk. We loaded it. We arrived in what town name? Jenem, where we arrived there. The young man went and carried the way bill so that the schoolmaster could sign that she received those books for her public school in that village. And no, I felt so bad that my country, Liberia, can I even do that for our high schools, our public schools in your country? Then they're arguing about who speaks, who not speak up. Let be so, man. All right, let be so. Though the things I know in the country, if I keep on this show all the time, or I keep getting reflected about what I know in the country, what I have seen in the 15 counties, in villages and towns, I feel bad to the extent that I say we don't need government in the country. But however, we have a government. We'll understand. Thank you.
Great. Go ahead. And then and then Togar will come on. Chief Citizen George, welcome.
Wow, where are you coming from, so Chief? You dress on your hat matching your jacket, your shirt, or your coastal jacket you got on, brother, man.
I answer to be on, but I said let me just rush it because I want to blast at some people quick before I leave from there.
Oh, you going somewhere? Eh?
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I got some stuff to do with my daughter, but I don't want to blast more like that. But go ahead, Grace. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I have, like Johnny said, I have no interest in this whole group of the speaker. I'm just like Johnny. My fight is for the Liberian people, and I don't even know how deep it is for him as it is for me. But it's very deep for me. That's why we get very, very hurt sometimes when we see Liberians always just want to make this thing about politics. But one of the things that I learned from Dr. Moniba the day when I was speaking to him, he told me that, you know what, Grace? He said Liberians believe they believe in personality instead of ideology. They believe in a person instead of believing in the ideology that will change the country to where it's supposed to be. What Johnny is seeing is not news to planet Liberians, except for the ones that who don't go to Liberia to have fun and just stay right in Monroe. We all been to Liberia and Togar live there. We have traveled the counties in Liberia. The things that we have seen, and what he's saying is true. Like I said, Holding Foundation, we took work to Sierra Leone. The way the people want their country to change, the way they want to help the future generation of the country, they will do anything, they will work with you, anything to help the people. Liberians are not that. You go to work with them to help Liberia, they steal from you. They don't care. You send them money when the work's supposed to be done, they will take the money and pocket it. So the corruptness, the corruption and the corruptness in Liberia is not only with the government, the people too are corrupt. That's why they vote corrupt leaders into power. It's the reflection of the country. So until the minds of the Liberian, the frame of mind can change for the country to be a better place, it's not going to go anywhere. The people have to make up their mind that they want to do something different for the betterment of the country. The people are dying. People talk about, building hospitals. What more hospitals and schools they need to build? We need more nurses and doctors to be trained. We need more teachers to be trained, very certified. I mean, proper training before they can go into the classroom that will teach our children. And we need more trained nurses than the ones that are there when you go to JFK, they yell at you. And before you know, the patient lay down there and die because they base it on Facebook watching drama instead of paying attention to the patient because it's an ethic that they sign that they're supposed to be able to give services to these patients. People go to I forgot the word, but people go to court. Let me just say that to nurses and things are taken to court for not giving care to the patients in the hospital. In Liberia, those things don't happen. When the person go there and they don't get the proper care and that person lost their life, it's gone. The justice system don't care about that. They're not focused on that. Everybody is focused on politics and what next amount of money they can get in their pocket, how they can take money from Liberia and go to another country where the people finish building their country and go build their homes instead of them building their own country and building their homes there so they make the environment good for everybody else and themselves. They say no. So that's why it's going on. Look, I don't care about the speaker being removed. This speaker has not shown to be a credible speaker in my eyes. He passed a fraudulent budget recently, and he dominated the House of Representatives and passed that budget with all letting the people vote as individuals. So he passed that budget because he wanted to be in bed with the executive. So if the people decide to remove the speaker, they just have to go about it the right way. They went about it the wrong way, but removing him is one of the things that they need to do. Because we need a speaker that have the guts to say, you know what, this we cannot do this and we cannot do that. I know people will come and say, oh yeah, the speaker has done this and that. He's in the corner. No, there is no corner to be in when you are doing the right thing. You cannot be corner when you are doing the right thing. Right is right and wrong is wrong. So if you're doing the right thing and because of that they sideline you, continue to do the right thing because you want the betterment of the country. So removing him, it's just that what happened was a crime. I would say that. And it has to be investigated because that's the right thing to do, to bring light to the country in that these things cannot be done this way. They have processes and procedures for these things to be done. But as far as him being removed, I really don't care. I wish they could have done it the right way so he can be removed. Because that budget, I still can't get over how that budget passed. I'm still trying to, comprehend how he was able to pass that budget to satisfy the executive. So he's working with them. And we got to take it before I close. I would say we have to say it clear as it is. It was not only the government people, the UP or party partisans in the house that were trying to remove him. His own seditionists were trying to remove him. And until Liberian can forget about these two parties and vote a whole new different party in to bring a whole different group of people to help this country, Liberia is going nowhere.
Well,
yeah.
So a lot. But But I will say this though. How to call it, what happened yesterday? I mean, we should not pray for it to happen like the way it happened, because it will plunge the country into complete chaos and a complete breakdown of and then serious governance, for the fact that the some people decided to say remove the speaker. I mean, when they removed Snow, when they removed Tyler, they were in the country. Like I read, the speaker said something. He said today, he said, don't do the stabbing behind me. Do it to my face when I'm on the ground. If I'm on the ground, you then put it on the floor. But you don't do it when I'm away, and you try to stab me, and that was wrong. That's how, and so forth. But I hear some of the lawmakers then trying to justify and still feel that they can still act. Or they would go to they can go and preside. They will force the deputy speaker to preside. He must be forced. They will force him to preside, and they will have it. I heard one of them just saying that they got 41 solid person. I mean, it's all joke, joke. But I say, if I were advising Speaker Kofa and he returns to the country on Tuesday, I want to get to the capital on Tuesday for the session, he should take act. Dissolve all the committees. First of all, dissolve all the committees. Dissolve them and appoint new chair. Besides that, call on the LACC to immediately conduct investigation. And those who are found liable for engaging in bribery, they be prosecuted to the extent of the law. That's how you do it. And Liberian citizens, wherever you are, it's not because today you may be for another party or so, but it's all about the country's future. If you decide to sit down and allow this to happen, you guys will be making a mistake. You should assemble over there, especially your lawmakers that took the money and so forth. Liberia is a real quiet country, because if it's some country, but now this morning they have been to the people their homes, demanding they will surround their homes or wherever they see the lawmakers, surround them and say the money they give you. Yes, man, saying I did not receive money, I signed, and give all kind of flimsy reason. Give me a break. Give me a break. You all know they receive money. You took the money, not because one person have come and exposed it, and you're trying to say, oh, I did not receive money. If I were your constituents, I would be at your homes, or see your car surrounded, or that you produce that money that you took, because it's obvious it happened, and so forth. But it left Brandon the boys in the speaker's court. The speaker, as soon as he gets to the country, I'm sure by now he'll be on ground on Tuesday session, call session, and you act like what happened November 12th. If anybody was order enough, when Doe took over, and Doe said, when Doe announced 2 o'clock, he said, I'm in complete control. The dissident forces.
But man, Tomalin, I'm sorry for you, man. Tomalin, I'm sorry for you. I'm inspired with your condition. Tomalin, you're inspired with the speaker. That is completely out of order, Tomalin.
No. Johnny,
if the speaker doesn't take his stand, he will go. If the time he will go.
Yeah, Tomalin, making it here to be the speaker.
The only way the speaker, like I said all day, except if people in his party, the only way it can happen, except people in his party vote to remove him. But now they had a meeting yesterday, and I think they're all back to base. They are going to status quo ante. They have gone back to the base. Yes. So I'm sure. And who will preside? The deputy speaker will not go preside someone else to go remove the speaker. He member of a party. And I'm sure that's what will happen.
So the party is 1 minute, yeah? 1 minute.
I can't wait. But
1 minute. Let us small, right?
Okay, go
ahead. If the guy that don't want to speak up, I don't want to talk about anything, but if the guy that don't want to speak up, Kofa in as speaker, if they don't want, if you got Togar want to stay on, if you got Kofa want to stay on board, he has to calm down soft. And then I tell him to be like to come back hard. There'll be a complete chaos unless lecture for the next 3 to 4 months. Let you know that Mike today's date. If he intend to come with force to tell you want to use power against those that want to remove him, he will be the victim of it. What he can do, if I to advance him, taking away my previous statement, I made just to advance him as a young brother like myself, right, is to come back and be calm and try to understand why the issue the people got with him and talk it behind the scene. But they come and say you want your power, he's finished. Tomalin, I know you feel for him. Tomalin, I know you feel for him. You tell for your voice, but I didn't tell my hate to be hostile. My man, look, you know what happened? I passed 2006. Tomalin, I was no 2005.
The good thing is
Snow
that
is my own brother in front, right?
the good thing is that
Yeah, I was in school at university. I told
Profile
you,
is a lawyer,
enjoy your car.
and he's
So
a
long
very
anyone
lawyer. He
you,
knows what to do.
you gotta
All right,
stay
everyone got
strong.
to that.
I mean, do that thing there, brother. Do that thing, my brother.
We're moving
You must
the
come back
speaker
and
had
be
nothing
strong.
to do with lawyer. He can be a, I don't know what lawyer.
Can I
If
come
the
in?
people
Can I
were
come in
able
there?
to remove him, they will remove him.
They might have
Can I
the
come in?
vote.
Thank you.
Can I come in?
Yeah, let's Togar come in.
Yes. So, thank you very much. You know, first of all, I was reading the thread and some of the comments. Check my first introduction on the show. Somebody were already accusing me because the society is just so gullible. So you talk about, I went to a Catholic school system. You expect the president of the country to go meet the Pope of the Catholic Church, and I sit on a platform like this to criticize the Catholic Church. For what reason? You hear every day, you hear, okay, America, for example, has or is contributing 100 million to Liberia. Is it because you don't hear the Catholic Church making that announcement that why you think the Catholic Church is ordinarily supporting Liberia? The Catholic Church supports Liberia with more than $100 million. Ask anybody that follows the Catholic Church in Liberia and their support to Liberia. It's more than what you hear the American government give Liberia. I'm very serious about this. People don't understand these things because they just see it sometimes on the surface. So you expect now, oh yeah, somebody writing, maybe Braga government giving Pierre scholarship and so it too changing. Are you kidding me? The same way.
So I don't mind the people, man.
The
People,
few days, our all of the country, Mariah Yekula, our all of the country, we all came back to Liberia. We started the whole thing about Dillon removal. Somebody running with it now on Facebook that we all had a meeting with Cummings, and Cummings is supporting us to remove Darius Dillon. We meet Cummings anywhere in the world. Mariah went way to different country. I went way to different place. We never even crossed paths. Somebody said we went to meet Cummings to remove Darius. You see how the society looks, and it's very terrible.
The minds of the people.
Got to change our mindset. It's not because I am critical of a system, so everything I must just see it the way you see it. I must start criticizing the Pope. The Pope is like the president, the Catholic Church, the membership of the Catholic Church is over 1 billion people in the world. Meeting the Pope is like meeting the president of another country. Why you can't say, like somebody, I saw on the change, somebody saying, for example, why the president will go meet the Pope of the Catholic Church when the people right in Liberia, for example. Somebody was writing that. But why the president can go be looking for the president of the United States when the U.S. embassy is right in Maria? I mean, sometimes you got to engage the actors directly. It works like that. Meeting the Pope of the Catholic Church is meeting another president. That's why people will tell you, you can go to Italy, but to go to the Vatican is like going to another country. It's a state in state. So it's not everything to say I'm a kind of product of a Catholic system and can't criticize the Catholic people as though it's a wrong thing to do or something like that. Now to the speakership issue. I can tell you strongly, I think Funati is in a serious trouble.
Mr. Joking, yes, joking.
Funati is in serious problem.
Yeah, well, you know already.
Serious. Buck of my life. Tomalin.
You know,
buck of my life.
Hold on
1 minute. Hold on. Buck of my life, Tomalin. Buck of my life, I also spend it on Capitol Hill.
From the Honorable Musa Hassan Bete, the District 7 representative from Buma County, and the chairman on national security of the Liberian House of Representatives. The Honorable Okay, it's good because Musa did not sign no document. I'm sure Musa.
Tomalin, hold on 1 minute. The chairman. But let me say this. I can tell you from what I'm following, Funati is in serious trouble. It is, first of all, my understanding that the other black had a meeting today, I think around, how you call it, Bannersville area. And they were around 40. They were around 40 to 42 persons.
Tomalin, can you
They were
get
around
a
40 to 42 persons. Tomalin, please, hold on 1 minute. It's my understanding that the other black had a meeting today. And they were still around 40 to 42. With all of the different people pulling all their signatures that you're hearing about, that number has not still surpassed more than 5 or 6 persons. You just see it and it's being happy. Like, oh, I just with you. Then you make it appear like that 10%. No. The number not even past 5 people that are with you in the signatures. It's still up to 42 persons that met earlier today that were heard around Bannerville. In fact, the guys, when all of them parked their cars so the people could see the number of cars that were parked to know the number of lawmakers that were meeting. Now, the problem with that is when the speaker comes, let's say he goes to session on Tuesday, and if 40 some more people don't go there, he will not have quorum. And when you consistently do not have quorum, then you are dragging into problem.
Exactly.
Because you're not having quorum. When you're not having quorum, you have to resign. It means you do not have legitimacy. Now, the next thing, why you meeting maybe on Tuesday, the other black will be deciding to make a new speaker. So you'll be technically having 2 speakers in the country. The other black will be having somebody to preside over them. Like I heard today, they already form a leadership structure that is leading their effort. So the speaker will be presiding over one black, and the other black will be presiding over the people. It's chaotic. It is chaotic. So it's not something to think that thing you're talking, I hear you talking, the speaker can just come tomorrow. The speaker, not president. That he can come tomorrow and say LACC go and investigate. He can come tomorrow and say maybe police or arrest their people. He can come tomorrow. No, he's not the president. It's not possible for him to come and just get instruction to the LACC. It's my understanding that the former president is also coming to the country. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing between tomorrow or so that the former president George Weah is coming maybe to see how he can interact with his guys from his party to see how they can. Those ones can at least help. Maybe, how you can engage your guys to change things around and all of that. And another thing, lastly, before maybe Chairman Bealded comes in also, that thing we keep hearing about sanction. That every time people think that they can intimidate people with sanction. Legislative politics, you can censure more than 50 lawmakers. It's not possible.
American censure.
What you can do, but my man, it's a waste of time of the money. It's technically a waste of time of the U.S. government to censure 50 lawmakers at the same time. Okay. You got to go find the actors. If you were to say, for example, 600,000, like I'm hearing, somebody is alleging that 600,000 of the money that being spread around came from internal affairs. Some people are also saying some of the money came from Ministry of Transport, for example. Others are saying the money came from the vice president. Now, those are the figures that you can censure. The source of the money, if you find it, how you going to censure 50 men on allegation? So America come up with a statement about money and censure 50%. Censure, you can overly use the censure like that. Then you censure 50 people because they remove speaker. No, the speaker thing is a political thing. First of all, it's a political thing. Even the person who said that somebody gave him money and he was showing it all on camera, he himself is in public. If they were to censure anybody, to censure himself because he took it. He received it. You following what happened in Kenya, for example? A vice president of the country was impeached. You know what interplay for them to impeach that vice president? Right now, he's only hanging on a straw, and the straw he's hanging on is because the Supreme Court said they seized the matter. Now, the last straw, the Senate finished doing their votes. The MP, the House of Representatives, finished doing their votes. They all done with him. The president has even appointed a new vice president now. Only the Supreme Court holding it on straw. You think money did not interplay? You think for Funati to even come back to solidify his ground, you think money will not interplay? You think Capitol Hill is a church? It's not going to happen. You think for Funati to be speaker, money did not interplay? You think they see Americans but they don't know?
Are you talking anything? You are talking that you get people to be talking.
But Chairman Bealded here knows.
But I can tell
what
you
happens on Capitol Hill.
You are saying something.
Speakers election post spend millions.
You
it's
talk
a
about
fact.
You talk about his speaker, right?
Election. People
The
can
very-
spend millions. Why the money can come from speakership election?
I want to let hear from the chairman.
Why you
Let
think
hear
that?
from
Because
the
the
so guys
election
just
spend
speaking
millions,
out of
but the
so guys you
speaker
speaking
don't
out of
spend
mere emotions. Let hear from the chairman.
No.
Let hear from the chairman.
The before the chairman can
reality.
the
It's
chairman,
somebody
this chairman
that
alone.
was almost born and raised in the sector.
Let me hear correction. Let me correction for the chairman coming. Togar, the chairman alone, who is national security chair, he can order the police to come to the Capitol building. Let me let you know that. So don't say that you're talking.
To do what? Ordering the police to come. And then lawmaker can do that.
To
And then
create,
lawmaker can do that. But to do what? To say can arrest my colleagues?
my colleague, man. Chairman coming.
But now what you thinking? But
Whoa.
yesterday police were there. What the police did? The police were
So
there
now
watch.
you get a representative
When legislative politics is taking place, the
We
only
talking
thing the
for
police will
7
do is to
minutes
watch the
So
scene
they're not
and
gonna
to make sure
remove-
they will not
don't-
arrest
don't-
nobody on Capitol Hill, brother, for politics. They will not.
Let hear from the
You
chairman.
saw people cursing each other. You saw lawmakers slapping each other. Why police not put any of them in the back of the pickup truck and carry them? They will not
All
happen.
right, so guys. Let's listen to somebody who is there, who knows what happened, who have fresh information.
Okay, thank you, guys. Good evening to everybody. Long day for me, just coming from Nimba. So we had a
Nimba up and down.
Nimba legislative caucus meeting today in San Antonio.
Wow.
So, but I'm listening. I've been seeing everything. What is happening is now there are plenty indication. I don't know if people are seeing that. There are a lot of indication that is not okay for the country. One is the president of Liberia aware that his party is trying to destabilize the government structure? Is he aware? My personal instinct is that he's not aware and he did not sanction it. But that begs a much bigger and more dangerous question, which is an issue as big as removing the head of the first branch of government. If that occurs, where that person is currently on a visit, on the invitation of the president, then the bigger question is the president in charge of the government? Is the president in charge of the government? At some point in time, those two questions will have to be answered. The second thing is the coup against Kofa will not work. And I'm speaking emphatically, it will not work. Togar, the legislature yesterday, I was not there. I'm speaking at Musa Hassan ability. Fonadi Kofa will survive another day. If you watch the Game of Thrones, I have a fan. There's a little girl called Aya. She's the one that I love. And there's something that says, when you stare death in the face, what do you tell death? Not today. And it's not this time around. Sitting down here, there are a lot of people who say, Musa, you could be speaker. This is an opportunity for you. And I appreciate those people because it means that they care about me. I know Grace always say that. But I'm also a very realistic person. My brother, me and Konadi Kova, that day and night between us when it comes to United Party. United Party will work with Konati any day as compared to Musa's ability. Because the thing that Fonati taking, I can't even take 1%. So to assume that when Fonati moves, so as we encourage that, and I will have a chance to be speaker. I got too much experience for that. That's not going to happen. It's a one-party system that they are trying to introduce. And if Funati is removed, I'm telling you now that the legislature will be completely finished, will be done, and that nothing will ever happen in the House of Representatives anymore. And I can also guarantee you, and this is to CDC people, if Funati is removed, the next speaker will be a United Party speaker. I'm not a naive person. I love my ambition. I'm committed to it, but I don't go on fool's errand. I will not even come near speakership if Funati removed, because the thing that Funati is being removed for, I started it. So is that crazy? Who brought the first letter for audit? Me. Who brought the second letter for audit? Me. Who brought the third letter for audit? Me. Why do they want to remove Funati Kofa? Audit. So I'm not crazy. It has reached, you do not, what they have done, you don't do that to people. Or better, they are not, I thought they were smart politicians, but they're not smart. You don't give people an option of do or die. And that's what they are giving us. They will not succeed. You know, I heard you talking to Togar, oh, 3-4 president. If you, you know, me, I believe in logic. The main question in our country, within 24 hours, 6 persons have withdrawn their signature within 24 hours. So let's do small fixes with. So if you take that as a trajectory, you still have 72 hours to the next session. What do you think will happen? What do you think will happen tomorrow? What do you think will happen Sunday? What do you think will happen Monday? It's not going to happen.
But you are assuming.
I'm not assuming, my brother. I'm in the middle of the storm that you sitting now on the station assuming because you know what it's at. I'm not assuming.
Okay.
I'm speaking to you. I hate to be in the position that I'm in. And I've withdrawn ever since from fighting.
So which way are you?
And I said to myself that at this point in time, I'm not going to fight for anything. I'm not going to fight for Funati. I'm not going to fight for anybody. I will focus on my legislative agenda and I'll push it. But now, it is no longer about a fight for Funati. It's the survival of democracy. It's the survival of multi-party political system. It's an attempt to introduce one-party system that will make sure that nothing is scrutinized in this country. That no managing director or minister or superintendent is held accountable. That will not help us. The executive manager is already running the Senate. And clearly, the people who are organizing this disruption, you know, their power is based in the Senate. And all people, Jallah, you know, Samuel Koga is wrong. Funati will not be removed. Samuel Koga is from the old order. You know, I can always tell you something. There are people, I was talking to my colleague today, I said, my man, your civil last people there, you all went to school, some of you went in the classroom and start teaching your phone job. And some of us were bootstrappers. We learn life the hard way. We fight to survive. Funati speakership at this point is not about Funati. It's about my right to be able to stand on that stage in that chamber to express my right, myself. That will go. That will be gone. You saw what happened, right? With the assistance of the CDC spoilers. You saw how the budget was passed until we had to recall it, to repass it. When Funati was not in session and Thomas Fala passed the budget, you saw what happened? He passed the budget without procedure.
Crazy, yeah.
He passed the budget without procedure. Where budget, it is in the House rule that all financial instruments should be voted on by head count. He passed the budget with yeah, the speaker had to come and undo it.
Representative Benedict, can I ask you a question, if I'm allowed?
Yeah.
So, 12 years of Madam Sirleaf, what was your role in the government, Madam Sirleaf? What was your role?
I was not a government official. I was a supporter of Madam Sirleaf. I was in business. I served on 2 of her board. I supported our government, and I was a supporter.
So, did you understand how politically the country was managed legislatively during the regime, Madam Sirleaf? Do you have any insight? Do you understand what happened during the regime?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I have a question for him as well. Bealded, welcome to the platform.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would like to ask you. You said some of the personal Liberal Party is trying to destabilize the country, but when we look at this whole thing with these signatures that came from the different representatives, CDC people as well as United Party people joined together to remove the speaker. Now, I am not in for them removing the speaker. I think that removing the speaker, for them to do that, they have to go through the right processes and procedures. So for me, I don't work in the House of Representatives. I don't know why they. I think I heard why they want to remove the speaker, and I heard news on the street about millions of dollars in audit. But in the meanwhile, I think the budget will pass. I blame the speaker for that budget passing. I thought that budget was fraudulent. So I don't give a hint whether they're moving or not. But I just feel that the process should be the right process. So, but you try to blame the sitting government because of Waka Party, which is the Unity Party, but seditions were among those people, and they were I guess they were in the majority, except I'm wrong, to remove their speaker. So I don't know what you say about that.
It's despicable and disappointing. I'm not a member of the CDC. Grace, when you saw me, maybe if you go home tonight, you can read my letter of resignation. There's a reason why in that letter of resignation I said I have no interest in any of the current party. This destabilization is being aided and abetted by the CDC, and it's disappointing. But what they forget to know, and I've told them in private, every law to make it difficult for you to have a chance in 2021 will be passed. You give the government, the sitting government, full control over the budget. You give them everything, and then you think that you're going to even have a chance at anything or anybody else. Everything the CDC has done up to this point is disappointing, and in my mind, I don't want to go. I have that emotional connection to the fact that we are all members of the opposition. But it's bad. Their role in it is bad. I mean, it's been headed by the United Party. The money that are going around is coming from, after the budget was recast, you heard me say that it was an attempt to launder money, and the house was being used to legitimize that process. So they are benefiting from the loot now and trying to destabilize the country. But it's very risky, my people. And let me say this to you. According to them, tonight, their number is 40. From 50 to 40. That's our intel. And we're not a lucky hair, by the way. So we talk to one another. So today, they have considered that their number is 40. I'm telling you that let's assume that we follow what Togar was saying and say it's going to stay that way. That's paralysis. How does that help Joseph Boakai? If everybody stand in that position, nothing can happen. They can go sit down somewhere and say, and I say, no, but there's no rule that says he will be removed. That whole story of political, the Liberian people know what happened here. The Liberian people know that the state money has been used to destabilize this place. And Liberian people know that the removal of the speaker is not influenced by principle. It's not influenced by anything other than money and the quest to control government. So nobody's going to tell us, hey, we must back down. They will back down. Who takes the net effect if that happens? The government. His budget is going to be submitted in 1 week. Who he will write to? A bench of or rebel that they have created? No, he can't.
But
No, I can't be Johnny. I can't be. He will write Fonati Kofa, and Fonati Kofa will receive a letter. He will put it down because he didn't get session. How, in my mind, does that help a sitting government? That's number one. And let's look at the history of Fonati Kofa. What has Fonati Kofa done against the United Party to warrant his removal? What? There is now one instrument that Joseph Boakai and his government has sent in that capital building that have been sent back. So you have to look at this issue from the perspective of what is the goal? The goal is money, control of the budget, and preparation to loot the country for 2029. So it's not about principle to say, oh, CDC is controlling the house and everything we send there, the government is paralyzed. We can't get everything you send is passing with 4G, auto budget, everything.
So President Ability.
Yeah.
Do you know that the legislature is a political theater?
That's why I'm in it.
Okay. So now, knowing that place is a political theater, you should be very conscious to know that that's interest. So do you also know that Speaker Kofa has interest in 2029 presidential election?
Johnny, don't be tribalistic.
Yes, yes or no?
I know you to be a very good guy, but you are being very tribalistic and sectional. That your local thing that you're bringing here, you need to stop it. You understand? At the end of the day, Fonati Kofa does not have the right to say he won't be president. Now the presidency has become your property.
Now you have shown yourself.
I don't even understand.
Yeah, how? Now you see.
No. But in the very United Party,
I want to ask you, do you know that Bete has interest? I've had my question from this.
Your question begs another question. That because the man has political ambition, so they will remove him.
No, but answer the question. Do you know that horse is a horse of political theater? He said yes, right?
I answer that.
So everybody have political interest.
Yeah.
So the next question is, do you know that Bete has, Kofa has interest in 2029 presidential election? He say political trouble. In that trouble.
No, but you see, let me tell you something. You're just trying to bet. No. All you're trying to do all you're
Don't
trying
do
to do
that.
is
Don't
to,
do
is
that,
to
Rambo.
trump
Don't do
up.
that, Rambo.
No,
Don't
no,
do that.
you're trumping up popular sentiment against
No,
Fonati
no.
Kofa.
I'm asking you
Fonati
questions.
Kofa just came from America.
I'm
He
asking you
had a
questions. You don't
press
want to answer my
conference.
question. You say
No, no, no.
it's trouble. It's not trouble.
I'm about to answer your question. Fonati
I
Kofa
did not
just answered
support.
that question. He said George Weah is the leader of his party, and George
asking
Weah
you.
is running for president, and he support George Weah. So why you can't ask me that question?
I'm asking your mobility. I'm not asking you Frankie Kofa. I'm asking your mobility. Tell me yes or no. Simple. Don't say I'm trouble.
Your question is frivolous. I can't answer it.
Okay, I want to come in. I want to come in quickly. Here. I want to come in. I want to come in quickly.
Togar, before you come here, just because he said something, I want to.
No, let me. 1 minute, my brother. Let me declare my brother.
But you already asked me something.
My point is. Let me.
All right, Garguah, go in order now. Johnny, after you, let's other people coming.
What's the trouble issues? I'm from Lofa. My Kenny will not work. Right? Up to now, I'm so critical, but I'm critical objectively. I can ask you 2 simple questions, then you label me right away. Now, if I label you, then the whole thing will be different for us tonight.
You have the right to label me.
Don't label me, please. I beg you. Don't label me. I hold your feet.
I will
Don't
label you if you give a question that require you to be labeled.
Just tell me. I don't have answers.
Let
Simple.
me-
Don't
let me-
label me.
let me-
Let me answer there.
I want to come in, man. I want to come in right now.
Johnny, man.
Okay.
Johnny, I
Can I come in
expect
there,
too much from
please?
you, man. I
Can I
expect
come
too
in
much
there?
from you.
I want reference something.
Togar, let Chris come in. There you come in, and then I'll come with a question.
Honorable Bealded, you said because the reason is the reason why they shouldn't do this thing to Speaker Kofa, because Speaker Kofa had done nothing, against this government, and that's where we the people come in, because we don't have party, we are Liberians, and we just want it better for the country. So that's the reason why some of us don't think Fonati Kofa had the guts to be the speaker, because he's even doing everything right, to accommodate the United Party. So then what is the opposition here? What is the opposition? If the people, the opposition want to take it, why not?
Grace, remember that. So Grace, he might oppose. Why? Anyway.
Oppose when
No,
it's right for you to oppose.
But Tomani,
Oppose when it's right for you to oppose.
Her question is extremely important.
I know that. Yeah.
It goes to the core of the issue, and it tells you that it's not about governance, because he has not done anything to disrupt the governance of the United Party. What happened is individuals positioning themselves, Grace, for 2029 that are an offshoot of the government, operating in the government within the government. They operate in a cartel within the UP government, have now begun to say, any bullshit, fire will blaze. You see the statement that the question that Johnny is asking here is because that is the main reason that anybody that we see as a potential threat to our ambition, we will put that person away. It is outside of the goal that Joseph Boakai has set for himself as president. Those people are within Joseph Boakai government, but thinking 2029 to project their future. And we all know power resides in the capital. And because that power is nothing but money. Grace, you were just here 2 months ago. They took $29 million and spread it across government and came to the very legislature, and they passed it to legitimize the stealing. So there are 2 issues. One is Fonati doing anything to disrupt this government? No. So when you go to the public and think that you can hold him at ransom, you have to say, United Party want to move forward. We want to move forward with our agenda, and Fonati Kofa is obstructing that agenda. They can't say that. They can't say that because he has not done anything to obstruct that agenda. So the Liberian people are rational people. They're going to look for the reason.
So honorability. The issue for me is basically not even about obstruction. The same way
I was just giving you an example.
Yeah, the same way they say ministers and things work at the will and pleasure of the president.
Yeah,
The speaker works at the will and pleasure of his colleagues.
I agree.
He can come to work in the morning. Maybe they share in wearing a colleague and not like it, they remove it.
Correct.
Okay? It ain't got to be checkmated in any form.
Well, is that a legitimate reason, though?
No,
You looking for legitimacy.
No,
They don't have to find any reason.
They
see where the president not got to find any reason.
Togar, you really acting the activist tonight.
No,
let me tell you something.
I'm being serious.
No,
it's not. You say the lawmakers need to find reason.
Rule that
the president need to find reason to fire a people.
No.
The
let me tell you now.
Any legitimate reason.
But listen. If you saw my post 2 days ago, that's exactly what I said. 49 people can remove Fonati. The rules say they must be consistent with the Constitution, and the Constitution says it must be consistent with due process. What is due process here? Your 49, you prepare a resolution, submit it to the chief clerk. We don't want Fonati. These are our reasons. That must be read.
That's it.
On the floor. When you read it on the floor, Fonati cover will be given a chance to respond to every count against him, and then he will recuse himself. All those who signed that resolution will also not be among the one person who will pick to preside over the process. Once that happens, then after Fonati speaks, if Musa Bealded want to comment on it, everybody comment and say, let's vote.
Chairman Bealded.
49%.
Mr. Chairman.
I'm coming. Let me end, because when I'm speaking, I'm not just speaking for you. There are people listening to us, so I want them to be educated. Once the argument has been closed, just that the way the budget is, we now move to say there is a resolution. All those in favor of it, please do so. Then they will call in Nimba County from 1 to 9. Each one of you, are you for this or you are against it? They mark it. When you reach 49, Fonati is hereby removed. If you don't certify that process, you can't move in.
Now let me come in.
Yeah.
Let me come in from history.
No. You see, I, as a representative, there's no good history about this country, and I'm not going to conduct myself in accordance with any history. So don't forget about that part. We're not going to find no history.
The history I want to provide you here is that consistently, every presiding officer that has been removed by the legislature, you know why they always win their cases in court?
Yeah,
they can win the cases in court, but in the political theater, they never won it because the issue of due process is difficult to be satisfied on Capitol Hill, and you know that. Every snow will remove with all due process. I say Yinebo will remove with all due process.
Fonati Kofa will not be removed without due process. I promise you that.
That whole process you need me has never happened before in Liberia's history.
It will happen for the first time. You not see Manugo man elected representative in Nimba. Yeah. President have changed. Oh, now I call my candidate.
You know, Grace. You know why?
Don't occupy the whole government here.
Because the person who presides over the due process is the same person that is undergoing the investigation.
No,
they almost like the speaker has started to preside over the matter.
When you come on it, no, Togar, no.
That is difficult.
When you Togar,
follow due process.
No, when you come here,
don't a speaker and a speaker presiding over the matter.
Do not misinform the Liberian people. Fonati Kofa cannot preside when he is being the one complaining. We are aware of that.
Okay,
he cannot. He will not. And we are challenging them. We are challenging them to come Tuesday to come and prove their resolution. If Fonati Kofa is removed as speaker, don't believe me anymore. I'm telling you that these people have lost their grip. They're not going to do it.
Let me come in.
We'll call Master on Sunday. We'll invite you there to go see
Johnny,
the number of people.
let me ask you. I want to take this to another level.
Yeah.
How much money is being shared out there to the representative? Do you have any clue where that money is coming from? How much they are giving out to the rebels? How much the rebels sharing among themselves?
You know, Tomalin, it's not good to beat your own drum, but I'm very proud of myself. And I'm proud of the fact that my colleagues respect me. There's nobody in our house that can bring money business to me. Me and money business, and me and nobody get money business in that place. I talk to everybody, even the people that I'm speaking against tonight. As I told you that some of them are texting me. We don't make power to the extent where me and you can speak. So the money part, nobody has brought it to me. Nobody can bring it to me, and me and nobody get money business. So the allegations of bribery can be much and will be investigated. The point is, which I agree with Togar on, if you have to take any decision as a House of Representatives, that the 7 person has to come in that room. You call the roll, and it's 37 people. And the record must show that it's 37. When we get 37, we will mandate the necessary body, whether it's within ourselves, or is the LSCC, or is the Ministry of Justice. We will determine who we will set up to investigate the allegation of bribery and take the appropriate action. We have the power to do that. To get the power, we must have legitimacy. To get legitimacy, quorum, which is 37, must show. I repeat, and I'm happy that this thing is being recorded. 37 people.
So are you saying Speaker Kofa does not have legitimacy at the moment? Are you saying Speaker Kofa does not have legitimacy at the moment?
You know?
What you matter? The last time Speaker Kofa presided over the house, it was a full house. Since then, has he presided over any house? No.
Nobody turned away.
I'll get you to come in.
Well, that was Fala presiding, my friend. That was Fala presiding, that was not Kofa. That's why I say, you know that you are not informed, my brother. For Kofa.
I know Fala presided.
Yeah, but when I
Kofa, he presided and only 22 people came when he was presiding. So he lost legitimacy. That Speaker, that Kofa's team there. That's what I'm talking about.
How? No, are you mocking me by telling me that Fala is part of Kofa team? Or you mocking yourself? He is not part of Kofa team. Yes, no.
And you say when Fala presiding, when you say
Fala is not part of Kofa team.
That what worry me.
Even Fala know that he's not part of Kofa team.
So breaking news is that Fala is part of the rebel contingent.
Oh yeah, it's part of the rebel.
So breaking news is
Fala uncle party.
John Bezzy. It's alleged that some of the money came through Fala. It's alleged that Fala is main rebel leader, and some of the money came through him.
Look, again, me, I don't like to be carried away, Henry. I always want to keep my cool and keep my relationship with people. On the issue of allegation that Fala brought the money, I have no evidence. The only evidence I have available to me is that I have colleagues who have confirmed to me that they were getting money, and during that process that they were getting money, they are taking videos and pictures of they being presented the money. And we have that. And when we're ready to prosecute people, we'll adduce those evidence. All right? But I cannot talk about it here. But we have all the evidence to make our case. But I'm telling you, in the absence of the speaker, 7, I use the word 7 lawmakers who signed that resolution have rescinded their signature. Tomorrow is Saturday. More will rescind. Sunday will call muster. You will go there. All assemble one place, and you will see us in the number that will be required to conduct a session on Tuesday. Yeah.
But then to Togar's point, though, if you have two separate house group conducting section, that is a problem for the country.
No, you cannot have 37 times 2. You can only have 137, my brother. So it's a 2 or die.
So you only need 37 to preserve. And right now the people sitting around 40 to 42. So technically, they're in the lead.
You see, Chief, you're not lawmaker, a lawmaker. I find I got over you. I'm telling you now that today they got 40.
So it
that 48, they say that 46 people signed their, I think 48 signed their resolution. Today, that 40.
Okay,
you know what they are? Listen, look at the defeatist method. If you trust your number, you won't move for the Kofa. You can't go in the chamber or go Myean. You man. You say you got
if
you can't come out there.
If they got 40,
why you can't do it?
If they got 40, it means
let's switch now. Let's leave the whole thing. Let's switch a little bit. Let's switch.
Right?
It means
no. If they got 40,
it means you got 33.
Excuse me. If they got 40, that's why I told you I cannot get 37. If they got 40, they got majority. If they got 40, they can come in the building. I'm not talking about removing the speaker. They can alter the agenda. They can do anything that requires simple majority. Why they can't come?
So what's your current number?
My number? My number, the number I need to conduct session. I will conduct session. Why we can't use common sense? If you get 40, then there can only be 33% otherwise. That means you go in that session. Forget about removing the speaker. Every other decision you will decide because you are in the majority.
But your ability, how you expect the people to go to session when the chairman on rules order administration lack all the gates to Capitol building, lack the session hall? How you expect the 40 men to go to session?
You see,
we gotta be true for
no.
Because
excuse me, anyone know? Wait. Anyone know? Excuse me, man. You want information? The speaker, the presiding officer of the House of Representatives, say that session will be 4 o'clock in our chat room. He said we'll assemble at 4 o'clock. Those rebellious people went over there at 11 o'clock.
Because you're coming on a charter flight.
I don't want you to have a charter flight business. I'm just telling you what I know.
I saw something from your own. I saw something from your own channel. They're trying to confirm.
But
on a private jet.
Togar, don't be rubbing white on me. Let me speak because
I just want to confirm you are lawmaker. If you confirm that the speaker post session to 4, then you should also be able to confirm that the speaker say you are flying in on a private jet for the 4 o'clock meeting. Is that true?
I don't have to confirm that. All I'm telling you is
Tomalin,
my brother,
I'm asking a specific question because I saw a screenshot.
If you don't let me answer, your question will not be answered on the Affinity talking. My friend, let me talk. You can ask me a question, but let me learn. The speaker informed us that he is going to come 2 o'clock, and therefore session must be at 4 o'clock. Lawmakers who believe that they have executed a coup wanted to have session at 11 o'clock. There's someone responsible for rule and order saying, no, this chamber is supposed to be open 1 hour before session at 3 o'clock. So I cannot open it. No, he didn't like it. It was locked. It was locked. They're not going to be there. You are only there to conduct chamber. The speaker is the head of the place. He put it in the room. There was no objection to it. So what are you going to do at 11 o'clock? Close 11 o'clock.
Okay, honorability. For me personally.
Hey, if you try to push away, then that means you are being a deviant.
Okay, honorability. Personally, for me, I've always said it in the last 3 days since it started. I've always said, personally, I have no interest in what's going on in our play because
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Okay, you don't have to believe it. You don't have to believe it, right? You don't have to believe what I'm saying.
Thank you very much.
I've said it continually on this show, right? I just decided to just take part in the conversation.
Yeah, but
I've always said it on this show. that I have no interest. My interest is you guys, Senator representatives and the 3 senators. You guys need to focus more on serving the people of Liberia, addressing their health needs, their health needs, their educational needs, and all other basic social services instead of going to that house and be fighting over who becomes speaker, who not becomes speaker. Right? I got no interest. I've said it on the show what a last week, and today I'm saying it again. I always say it. Once the issue comes, my first statement is that I got no interest because moving
Johnny,
Kofa, no, 1 minute, moving Kofa, moving Kofa, keeping Kofa does not help that right anyway.
Okay,
So
Johnny.
my question to you now is,
Oh, Johnny, I beg you. Johnny, I beg you.
I want to ask Kofa now.
No, I beg you. I beg you. I beg you. Johnny, I beg you. I have on the line the rules and order chairman of the Liberian House, Honorable Marvin Cole. Honorable Cole, welcome to the closing argument. They are asking about, please give an update on what happening right now.
Well, as you know, that there is a power play and there is greed at the highest level. And but the greatest disappointment that I have, I've listened to other colleagues. I don't even want to mention what has been discussed by some of the panelists on Spoon. When you see people trying to destabilize a branch of government, one of the 3 branches of the government, trying to destabilize them, becoming lawless, and then you want to give support to that, I don't just understand it. But as it stands, let me give you an update. Now, there are colleagues who they are around 37, 38 now, because we have been engaged in the colleagues and they've been trying to rescind their signatures because they was being fooled, they was being misled. They told them something else, and then they just realized the intent was about the removal of the speaker. They bribed some of the people, and those are the issues that we've raised, that people being bribed. People giving 15,000. People committed that yes, we send $25,000, we'll give you 15 now, and later we'll give 10. But to get deaf ear to that and try to legitimize that process is something that this country, every Liberian, everywhere many Liberians need to stand up to these people that we will not continue. Now, I just told somebody, let me play the devil's advocate. 15 million disappear, 22 million disappear off budget spending. 8 million were paid to SIB Bank. No accountability. Should 30 lawmakers 37 lawmakers withdraw from the legislature and tell the president to resign? There are processes. If you want the president to be removed from office, you have to stage an impeachment bill. So if you want the speaker to be removed, you go through the processes, submit to the processes. But when you see a lawmaker telling you, we will not go to the process, we'll go sit down somewhere else, and we'll have our session, and we'll insist that the man must step down. And no serious-minded government will be able to support that. That the president of Liberia invited the speaker to Italy when he had no business to have even extended that invitation to the speaker. Out of courtesy, the president went there. Then you had scold of your lawmakers that come from the ruling party. The station coup against the president. The government had not denied or condemned the act and request that all of them should return to status quo ante and support the government and support the speakership of Fanatic Kofa. This is bad for our democracy. It is a real rescue that President Boakai and his life came about. We are not directly accusing the president, but I know that surrogates, agents within the government are involved, and sooner or later we'll realize that it will not be too far from the president. But as of now, we don't have a cold, very high class evidence that the president is involved. But when you see actors that resemble the president, then we are concerned. Because there's no condemnation that has come from the government. The government only responded to the former President George Weah's statement. I know it was CDC, and we're not involved with the removal of the speaker. Condemn the act and call on your lawmakers to return to work. Then we may business.
Is it possible? Can I ask him?
Yeah, ask a question. Ask a question.
Yes. Honorable lawmaker, how are you? I hope you're hearing me.
Hearing you. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Thank you. So I got quick 3 issues. One of them is just playing the same devil's advocate like you. If the people from the ruling party are against Speaker Kofa, that is understandable. And if you link that to the executive supporting them, that is understandable. But what's about your own CDC lawmakers that are also assigning Indian numbers? Is it that Fonati has lost its legitimacy amongst its own bloc? That's one. The second issue is there are reports that you lock all the entrances to Capitol building. That's why your colleagues could not go to session and read a petition from the session. The last one is that today, the people who are resending their signature, there are reports that you, Marvin Cole, have been giving $3,000 to lawmakers today to resend their signature. Those three issues, I want you to address them. Thank you.
No, let me just take the second question. I think it's important. The last question is elementary, it's baseless, it has no iota of truth, and zero-minded president, I will not waste my time on that kind of conversation to be passing around issuing $3,000. It's elementary. I wouldn't dive into those kind of stuff. But let me say this to you. Assumingly that you are the Attorney General of the Republic or the Defense Minister of the Republic of Liberia, if the state is attacked and the peace of the country is under attack, what will you do? You will erect all necessary checkpoints to the borders and entrances of the country, not to allow insurgents, intangibles, and soldiers to come and attack the country and loot the democracy that you have fought for. Now, I have a responsibility as the Attorney General of the House of Representatives. I am responsible.
But I thought the Attorney General could also be the chairman on judiciary.
So I get him that chance to talk. You can't be interrupting him.
Man, you can't be asking somebody for
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
But we
stop
eat
that
the
thing,
lettuce
man.
here.
No, you can't interrupt.
The Attorney General
Let him
is the chair on
You're disturbing
judiciary.
it.
No, you can't disrupt the man.
The Attorney General can be the chair on judiciary.
No,
Why don't let me answer me? Togar,
Administration.
Togar, you can't do that. My man, you gotta have order. Let the man answer your question.
Honorable, go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I mean that honorable man over there.
A lot of people have interest in what into the issues happening in Liberia. Or if you call people, you want to sentimentalize the issue. This is late. It's almost going to 12, and you work me out to respond to something. Again, you can be in an argument and you want to be in Tulsa, then you want me to be up and be waiting for you. I'm not going to do that. I have a responsibility to protect the law and order of the House of Representatives. That is my responsibility. Now, we heard that there were proposed resolution to remove the speaker, and it was glaring evidence were produced that these guys were bribing people. That is a crime. It's a crime under our law, under our jurisprudence. That's a separate issue that we're going to be dealing with. In fact, I can tell you, I've been encouraging the speaker. We're not going to hold no session until this government must have the courage to set up an independent body that will be inclusive of the United States government, the AU, and ECOWAS to investigate the bribery that took place to destabilize the House of Representatives. Now, at that point in time, you wanted me to sit by in the absence of the speaker as a chairman on Rules, Order, and Administration, the number 7 man that has the responsibility to control the rules, order, and administration and the security of the ground, to allow people who have decided to be lawless to go and sit in the sacred chambers of the House of Representatives, to remove the speaker in his absence when our rules, Rule 9 and 10, very clear that any member of the House of Representatives, including the speaker, may be removed for cause. And the Constitution, Article 38, is clear. To remove a speaker, to remove anybody, there must be a due process. When you accuse me, I must have opportunity to face my accuser. You cannot accuse me in my absence, then you judge me and you bring down guilty upon me. That's what I prevented. And as somebody who trying to argue that if you are a Liberian, a patriotic Liberian, you should be telling us thank you for restoring and protecting the democracy of our country. We're not going to continue to be lawless in this country. This is not 1990. When the lawless people, irresponsible people can behave like that. No decent society can do that. follow your rules, follow the procedures, and remove the speaker. That is not a crime.
Honorable, we got somebody on the line. We want to ask you a question. Robert Garguah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Look, now, Representative Cole, I'm listening to everything that you just said, right? You talked about being responsible. You talked about rule and order, right? I get that. It might be your responsibility to ensure order and rule. But I want you to speak to the Liberian people with regards to what we saw, right? What I saw was more of a violent act, right? You used inventives. You were using vocabulary that did not reflect order, responsible, right? As a senior member of the House of Representatives, can you specifically speak to what we saw? It almost felt as if you was entering a fist fight with the Deputy Speaker, right? Can you speak to that? You insulted his mother.
No.
So, one second, let me land on this question. Sir, just 1 second, let me land on this question and I'll let you answer without interrupting. Is there another way that you could have ensured that the House of Representatives ruled and order without, getting in any kind of violent act? What we saw was actually disgraceful as a country to see men and women, Deputy Speaker, and you as the chair on rules, to see you guys get involved into what almost is soon into a fist fight. Can you speak to that?
I can speak to that. That is a very salient question, and I thank you for asking that question. Let me say this to you: when you are in your house peacefully sitting down, the law, the rules and order of your house is in tight. When somebody comes in your house to attack you at that point in time, you would never be peaceful. You would never be responsible. At that point in time, you have to defend you and your family. And if altercations took place, it was orchestrated, it was masterminded by those lawless individuals who decided to take the laws into their hands. And if Fala, the Deputy Speaker, was being compromised, we could not have allowed him to have presided over the section. That was why you saw the altercations that took place. They orchestrated it, they engineered it, and we have to stand up to them, and we stood up to them for a reason. Now, let me tell you, when you are in the state of violence, I hope that you ever had an opportunity to read about the rules of engagement. When people who are saying they are peaceful, when they turn violent, you have no other option, but you have to deal with them as such.
Grace, you got a question?
Okay, Honorable Cole, Dr. Peabody here. Let me thank you firstly for being one of those who saved our democracy yesterday. I believe you guys took the appropriate step, and you're able to save our democracy yesterday. But let me ask you this question, though. There are allegations going around that each of those. Do you know the source of the funding that were giving to those aggrieved lawmaker? Those I call them rebel at this point. Do you know the source of the funding? Where did they get that money from?
But that's why we are asking for independent body to investigate, because we have 80 to 90% prima facie in our possession that the Ministry of Transport were being compromised. Look, let me say this. I hope that those guys, colleagues and panelists of yours who sit on the radio, they will be more patriotic and not be partisan individuals. This is a country that for last month, you are just paying some people last month's salaries. You don't even have the capacity to run this country. You misled the Liberian people. Now, how does fanatical removal help this country? The president is the most troubled president, and he brought nothing except he himself. He goes empty, he comes empty. I mean, he goes looting our economy and comes back empty because he get a bunch of, just followers and eat our money and do nothing. They come back with their empty hands. Let me say this to you. We stood up against the lawless behavior of the people who decided to do what they wanted to do. So I can say to you for fact, the democracy of our country was saved the protection and the sanity and the sacredness of the House of Representatives were protected, we could not allow anybody to have invaded that place based on their personal greed. Now the source, water and sewer, Mo Ali was involved, 150,000. We have prima facie in our possession, was involved. These are the people who are looking for money to us another head of a branch of government. And I think all Liberians should be condemning them and asking the lawmakers who are lawless, who are lawbreakers, to return to. Listen, I listen to no disrespect to my colleague, Honorable Togar, who I thought he knew better. He sat on that radio talking about they are going to hold session somewhere and they got the majority. No, the law did not say, our rules did not say when you get majority, they're not simple majority game. They said 2/3. And the law is clear. 49 lawmakers must make a decision. They must craft a resolution and sign the resolution. You must give the man the due process. When it comes to taking the vote, they will call your county and your district, and you will raise your right hand up and say, yes, I vote for the removal of the speaker. That is the procedure. And for nothing, at any point in time, will be willing to conform himself to that process if they were to follow that process. What wrong with you guys who say you want to protect Liberia? What wrong with you following law? So it tells you now it's not about the law, it's about being lawless.
Okay, so can I come in, Peabody?
Yeah, I have one question.
No,
okay, Chris, go ahead.
Chris come in, and then
Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, Honorable Marvin Cole, thank you for coming on, and I would like to say thank you for you guys standing up to the democracy of our country. I feel that personally that anything when it comes to removing a speaker, it should go through due process. Procedures have to be followed, and I agree with you when it comes to that. I also listen to Garguah question about the insults that went up and down. Sometimes when you're in a situation, although I will not condone the markers and everything, I think that was just off the chain. You guys, I don't know the situation you were in. I saw it, but I was not experiencing it. So it's two different things. But I want to know if you got, besides you're trying to maintain the speaker, are there any other meetings that you guys are having to actually investigate this matter? Because this is criminal. If they want to remove the speaker, they have to follow the procedures and the process in the House. So is there going to be investigation? The money that changed hands, you guys going to make sure you push this government to look into that, and these people who took the money to sign that document be persecuted for taking money? Because Honorable Bealded just said that there are videos with people, because there are evidence with people, recorded changing money and communicating before they sign the agreement. So I hope you guys have something in place. That's what I want to know, because I don't want this to be like another water under the bridge. And at the end of the day, we don't hear anything. Once the speaker maintain his position, then you just let it go. Then it will not be, you will not follow it to the end. So are you guys willing to follow it to the end? That's my question.
My sister, thank you very much. I think your comment is one of the pills that on the Caribbean safely and soundly to sleep. Based on the comment, you spoken like a patriotic Liberian. But what I would personally regret is the invectives that were being used. I think those words came out of people's mouths at a different and separate time. They were being pushed to the wall. The theory of the power. When you push this to the wall, the slave will have no option but to come back and bite you. And it bites in many ways. And those are some of the things. I think it was wrong. But the rules of engagement, when the crowd were no more peaceful, when the crowd started to be militant, when they started to fire guns, that engagement could no longer be peaceful. Fire have to return fire. And that's what happened. And we regret it. But if this government was serious, can you imagine the president of almost 80 years who said no business as usual? The president with fanatic Kufa, the fight bunch of government aid were with you. And when you heard that head was being there was all kind of orchestration, destabilization of the front branch of government. And a serious manner, President Kura issued official statement from his mouth condemning it, calling on the police, the agency responsible to get involved and launch immediate investigation. Politics, no way. President Baga is very close to this matter. As I said, we do not have our hands very soon to lay on evidence that yes, he's giving instructions, he's telling people this is wrong. You have been with the government, you have been in government for more than 45 years. Almost half 90% of my age. At this point in time, we're hearing these kind of things on the rescue mission. The rescue mission, I attend the rescue mission, attend to criminal mission, attend to play mission. I mean, Liberia is going backward. My sister, they are ministries, their lives, no, they have not taken pay. But the teams and arrogant people in these economic looters, they are phoning money through all kinds of something. The reason they want to remove Fanatic Cuba because they are agents within Joseph criminals. And they must be investigated. And Fanatic have requested for an audit, and that is why they want to prosecute him. You're talking about equitability. The law of equitability or the principle of equitability is clear. He who comes to equity must come with clean hands. Even though we know you are far-fetched from equity, you are far-fetched from preaching equity because SRB Bank speaks to the fact, the 22 million road project speaks to the fact that you are more corrupt than any government in the history of this country. In 9 months' time, 15 million was spent outside of the budget and the jurisdiction of law.
Okay, so can I ask or can I engage with the representative, Peabody and Tomalin?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, please. I will take 1 or 2 more questions. I have to sleep, please.
Yeah.
Okay, Brother Melvin Cole, you are a public servant, so I will appreciate even if you have to stay up all night.
I'm glad to be late night yet.
Have you got a man public servant so you must stay up? You late night in your heart, you know what I mean, man.
Look, listen, you are a public servant, and all of us on this show, we are public servants. We are right
public
now.
servant that time, they say 9 to 5 to work.
Hey, man, I sleep, but man, Johnny has a question. I go to bed.
I like the defense you have put it up, but look, this is about Liberia, right? I come back.
2 a.m. almost.
Okay, Melvin, thank you very much.
Maybe that man I did a bag of nephew, so I don't want you to know.
I think you see, Musa is a friend of my child. Charles are very bright. Yes, so so Honorable Melvin Cole, I like the points you raised. That you are serving as the 7th person in legislature.
Togar, we're getting feedback. You need to mute yourself, Togar. We're getting feedback from you.
Yeah, you can mute yourself, please, man.
Togar, mute yourself, man. You want to disrupt the program?
Okay, so Honorable Cole, you took action to prevent chaos at legislature. But you belong to a group that have been involved with protests and demonstration in this country. Is that true?
No, but you gotta tell me about it because I don't know.
Okay, so you come from the CDC that has led serious.
1 minute. We have serious questions. We have serious situations.
This is serious, Melvin. This is serious.
But Johnny, your question is not to the issue. Let me discuss what your uncle government trying to do here. Yeah.
Maybe Johnny lay a basis to another question.
No.
Everybody will not be on the show here to agree with each other. That's why we
give me a chance.
How we do the thing.
Everybody spoke here. I was silent because I was looking at the issue.
Let's keep it to the current issue here.
Yeah, but I want to make driving as something.
No, you can't be driving.
You saw the doors that were spoiled. You saw the destabilization that happened to Capitol Building. You saw the physical fight. I want to make driving on.
What physical fight?
Somebody who demonstrated in the past. What a part that's a Capitol Building issue. CDC people part of the plot here. So it got nothing to do with party.
Togar, hold on. Look, I'm dynamic, right? Let's go to the issue, right?
Thank you.
Here's the
We know
issue.
you're dynamic, but you're thinking now.
The horse, the Kehleboe bidding is a political theater. Honorable Melvin Cole. That place is a place where we do political hustle, political fight, political argument. No one there had any arm or whatever to protest against anything. They were there to vent their anger. And in protest, you do verbal and you do non-verbal protest. I'll let you know that. So those who do not want to keep the speaker in charge had the right to go to Assembly Hall, but you block them from going there. And you confirm that. That's also an issue of democracy. So that means you're not democratic in that process. You're not democratic because they had the right to go to Assembly Hall to make their voice and views heard.
You asking or you passing judgment?
Thank you.
No, I'm telling you, I'm defining democracy to you.
Oh, are you saying that we don't know democracy?
Johnny is passing judgment.
Yeah, you are my deputy. I'm saying it to you. You are my deputy. No, listen. You guys are my deputy. I have power to tell you what to do in that place. You're not
But Johnny, you
when your uncle removing people that intend you and removing them from office, you didn't ask for a democracy that time.
The 100 plus people in our legislation are not only are dead by our power, you are our deputies. We will take our instruction, we'll define what you should be doing there. We define your duty.
Go tell your local representative.
Of America, you are seated. When Donald Trump told the people to move on
I'm right here in Moraga in Tuboro, not here in Moraga, right here in Tuboro, in Pinsville, Tuboro.
Is that democracy?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you,
your function is not defined by you. We define your function. You are our deputy. We elected you to serve us, not to serve yourself. So we tell you what to do. You understand that? So,
go to Lofa and tell representative what to do. That man from Bonkante.
For one reason, because there are other people.
Yeah.
That's why you elected me.
Okay, so
that's how you elected a man.
Okay, so now I understand the direction of the whole issue on the ground. So, like,
Thank
people,
you.
I've raised the concern. So, like, look, I'm on the show not to project myself, but to tell people to understand the dynamics of political legislature. You guys are there with a personal agenda, personal motive. You're not there to celebrate.
Oh, no.
If you're there for that purpose, you'll be arguing the way you're arguing right now.
You are not being objective.
In the sense that you are my representative, you are my deputy. So if you don't want to respect my view as a deputy, as the one who's saying in the house, that makes you also to be a non-qualified person in that legislation. But my view
and
is
then you elected us. Go to the people that you elected, not us.
Okay, let me, Honorable Cole, let me just ask the last question for you to go to bed. So, what's the next step? What will happen in the next 22 hours? What's going to happen?
Let me tell you, there are conversations that are ongoing, and I will piggyback on him a little bit for the clarity of proper vocation when you talk about democracy. Democracy is when you exercise your right in a peaceful and a responsible manner. But when you decide to evade the law, when you decide to be lawless, and you will be treated as being a lawless person, when the criminal move into your house and break through your window because they want to steal, that person will be treated as
whose house? Not your house. There are people's house. There are people's house.
The people's house. When the taxi driver getting 50 altercations open, the police will not be treated as a police.
The people's house. The people's house. The people's house.
In the next 72 hours.
Yeah.
What is that, man? Not your private house, not your home in Pinsville or your home in Bangladesh.
Man, a lawmaker can be talking. You have never been elected in your life, so you need to listen.
I know my rights as a citizen. That house is not your house, the people's house.
Johnny, you argue with a guest or you give him a chance to talk? You can't be arguing with a guest. The guest, Johnny, you can't do that.
It's really public.
Honey, you talk about getting emotional here. You just said that they were using the capital building, they were getting emotional. Now get a man chance to talk.
It's our house. It's our house. It's our house. It's the people's house.
Johnny,
it's not his house. The people.
Johnny, get a representative chance to talk.
The people's house. The people's house. The house is in.
I'm not worried about him. That old tiny you pay. So I'm not worried about them. So I will have to give you the education. This is a free education. to take from me. Now, as I was saying to you, there are conversations ongoing. In the next 72 hours, 48 hours or 72 hours or so, they were claiming 48 number. If you have spoken to them in the last few hours, they will be telling you we are 40. So it tells you strategy being applied. And we ensure that those guys who took the bribe, some of them have American green cards. I think what you should be talking on the show, those guys who got American green cards under the American law. If you are an American citizen and you go in another country and commit crime, you will be prosecuted under the American law.
But you know what else when I can even come out here? You know what else when I can even come out?
Honorable, send me the information, please. Can you send me the information so I can help you in that process?
So when that power can't even come out, the power green card for grave.
So allegations. You'll not be getting fast. You'll be
So
getting.
stop arguing with a guest.
You will be getting allegations.
Is a green card holder, and he one of those thieves
Who?
took the
What his name?
10,000.
Yeah, what his name?
And he's linked with a bribery.
What his
Now,
name?
let me tell you,
What his name?
something that happened that is more interesting for you to
Togar interrupted the man. You get a guest here to talk about.
you know, I listen to those piss on spoon, some of those panelists who are not properly informed. They were talking about, oh, somebody sat down somewhere and they took their own video. How did the fanatic Kofa team have access to the original copy of your list? It means that you interacted with somebody directly from the fanatic Kofa team, and we were able to play on the ignorant. And that's how we handle the original copy. They can never, we challenge them. If they produce the original copy of their list, I will ask Fanatic to resign tomorrow and he will resign.
Wow.
I'm the chair of that block. They can never.
Wow. So who's the guy with the green card? What his name?
Unity Party people, they rescue.
Yeah, where near again?
them.
We that destroy our dream, not going to allow them to destroy our country.
Intellectual ability to cajole them and ensure that we got that list for them when we send our guy to them, when they talk all the baby to them, we just play on them, and we're able to handle the criminal list for them. They can never ask anybody from the UP. Original copy
This
of
matter
that
is very serious.
Wow. So what's the name of the guy with the green card? What's his name?
Clarence Ben from Grand Bassa. Clarence Ben. It's a green card.
Okay, thank you. We'll start with
I went to the correction keep going. You know how he won that election? He cheated.
Oh. The way he can lay one side like that, he can steal. Then I can keep on.
I'm telling you.
Somali, the interesting thing is the best guy he's talking about was just sitting beside the pro temp and the first lady at the program in Basel, I think today or yesterday. They were sitting together. They were all in partnership. The man, the first lady, the pro temp, they were all at the program in the
That the guy that cheated you, right?
One of
the hair of that thievery, why is there it's a green card holder.
Okay.
Who else again?
They begin to investigate and prevail on the American government to begin to sanction these criminals.
Tomalin, why you say the second name?
Richard Kuhn.
Okay.
Richard Kuhn.
Yeah, Grace got it. Grace on top of it.
Oh, Richard Kuhn is another green card holder.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, but I mean,
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I want to say thank you for getting out of your sleep to come talk to us. We appreciate it.
Excuse me, before I leave, my democratic salutations to our sister on that show. I admire your presentation among those men. They are not being gender sensitive. I hope that they will bring more women on their show so that you get the little tiny UPS guy. They're harassing you. God bless you. God bless our state, and God bless the Republic of Liberia. Good night and good evening to all of you. Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
All right, baby. Cool. It was nice to have you. Cool.
Now you have to test her. We're condemned. We need to be condemned. And that's
Great social.
So what Grace?
Grace.
So what Grace going to do with the people?
It's ranking now.
What Grace going to do with the people?
Yeah, that great point. Grace right.
The reason Mabiko pressing Grace to there Because Grace going to investigate Green Guy.
Greg, you know what? That representative talk about from Grand Master that the guy that cheated Togar.
I swear Togar.
That the guy that cheated Togar in the election. He's a
crook. That man a beat. That's like our web there.
No.
That man.
Let old man play close down and go because if he stay at the program, not be correct.
You want to grab me? You want to grab me? They pay now for you. I beg you.
No, my place here.
No. I beg you. I'm a bigger contributor to this thing than you. I am
close. We can discuss our panelists.
If I'm not close,
but you can't tell honorable men to leave the platform.
We gotta be doing close.
You see, when that kind of thing happen to the country, my argument is always let's go beyond politics.
Yeah, sure.
For not to cover that speakership enough for a parent. It's not his inheritance. The same way you can be elected, you can be removed. Let's follow the procedure. What is clear to me, you want to tell me, Johnny, if the people that had 38, 40, 49 people to move for nothing, you didn't know Mayflower? They will just walk in the place there and say, we don't want you. And
I said, your business. You want to keep your business.
You're refusing to listen to the fact, but you will listen to it.
No, go ahead. At
the end of the day, because they don't have the number, they want to be disrupted. But my argument to the government, how does it benefit you as the government? How does it benefit you? The president is not in the country. The president invited the speaker to join him to go to Rome. My brother, Ghana, South Africa, when the president of Liberia was in Ghana, he was indicted. Charles Taylor. The Ghanaian government said, this man is our guest. We can't invite him in our house and then allow him to be treated like this. What the people who are saying now, Mr. President, that the theorists, the conspiracy theorists, are saying the president was made to invite Kofa so that he can be here so this can happen. How can that not be true now? How can we not look into that as something? We got to be careful. And secondly, I'm telling you, Johnny, you can go say anything you want to say. The majority have not decided to move Kofa. We will have session on Tuesday, and is the current situation attainable? It's not okay for the country. When even half of the people say they don't want the speaker, they put into question the speaker legitimacy to rule as the speaker. You have to learn to do everything peacefully, my people. I just want us to know that there are a lot of things that House of Representatives can do, including impeachment. I just want us to know, I'm reading in the residual effect of moving the Speaker of the House will go to the Senate. That Senate that you see there, opposition in majority. Don't think that it's not going to climb, the crash is not going to climb to the Senate. That more opposition in the Senate than Johnny. So, since stability is here, why are we asking for something else? You know, be careful. We shouldn't encourage this. The speaker said we're meeting 4 o'clock. Why you want to come at 11 o'clock to force yourself and have that in itself is illegal. It's not allowed. You can't force the thing. People have used money there. People's life that is at stake to sustain the democracy that we have here. You can't abuse that democracy or you can violate our laws. You want to move for that to go far. The fact that they are afraid to come now, the new strategy is we'll stay out of session. Well, what does that say to you? You ain't got a number. If you have 49 people, you will be in that session. If you believe that you got 49 people to follow the process, you'll go vote and move the speaker. You will be removed. I have said this publicly. In fact, I will tell Funati Kofa, if there's 49 people that say they don't want you, I will walk to him and say, Mr. Speaker, it's time to go. But you can't do the country like this, my people. We should not encourage that kind of thing. All the thing about Johnny saying political theater, the whole country is a political theater.
Excellent.
But there have to be civilization in the process. You can't go and take government. I mean, my brother, how are you going to take $1.5 million when they're pregnant women across this country? Children are not going to school. No schools are not open. 80% of the teachers, 80% of the teachers in this country, no, like, I come here. 80% of the teachers in this country are on government.
Hold on. That have a good dialogue. Get it.
Yeah, don't be that argument. If you bring that argument, you just passed the budget, 2024 budget. What was there for them? What was there?
Go ask your uncle. But you asking me? Go ask. He don't want to present the budget.
You passed the budget.
Again.
No, man, don't say that.
We are here. No, Johnny, for the record, that budget is useless, and it never worth my vote. I never voted for it. I don't want you to vote for it.
Okay,
I never voted for
it. Not vote for it, Johnny.
I did not vote for that budget.
Then good. Thank you for staying away from it.
I never voted for that budget. I'm not out of my head. The point I'm trying to make to you is that the president's agenda, it's clear to me that it doesn't include those category of people because there's nothing in the budget for them. It doesn't include the Zogos, the drugs that we face, the education challenges that we have. Those are the issues we need to be addressing. Those are the issues we need to say. Let's address it in the how you call this, in the new budget. How will you disrupt the government like this? This is disruption. It's not good. And the allegation of corruption, my brother, is wrong. It nullifies the whole thing. The law is clear. What is not done legally is not done at all. And I like the point you made, Johnny. No court in Liberia will validate that in the doing. So if all of us go sit down, you get your 40%, we got our 33 people, we go sit down. The whole government is being paralyzed. There's only one person that everybody voted for. Me, my people way up there, that the people who voted for me. And not everybody in Liberia voted for me. Everybody voted for Joseph Parker. If he cannot submit a budget to meet his agreement, to meet his condition, fix the road, it affects him. And he got people in his government who have started leaping in 2029 and trying to just obliterate every possible opposition they can see so that the way can be clear and then they continue to take power. No. Power don't work like that.
Thank you, Oliver. Thank you, Oliver. Guys.
Okay.
Guys.
So I'll see you.
All right, Musa, good to see you, man, and have a good night. Good night, sir. We'll be in touch.
Thank you.
We'll be in touch. Thank you so much for always coming on and bringing our real practical information. We thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys, let's do our closing. It's 8:30.
What's that?
We gotta go.
Johnny, see you. I'll see you.
Allah Mukla.
Guy, we gotta go. It's 8:30. Let's do our closing
now.
It's late.
Okay, let me be the first. But I mean, on the serious note, Grace, Togar, and the rest of the team, the whole issue at the legislature, I just got involved because it was part of my inter-team. But like I said, over the last 3 days, I have no interest what happens there because it doesn't go in the best interest of Liberian people. Even if Kofa is removed or maintained, I don't see prospects that will benefit Liberian people in this closest or soonest possible time. Because everything in there is about just hustle and tussle. right? So I want to appeal to all those in the house. You know, I like Myean Ko still making Myean Ko. I just try to test his capacity as a democratic person, and he went off track, off target. You cannot be a democratic person and you say people want to legislature. You everybody follow the British Parliament. We follow the South African Parliament. We follow the American Congress. Who have ever liked the doing from people in that place?
Oh,
So you
they
can't
put
enter the
a
place.
they put a file. Did a
Of
file.
course. That's it. So why should he like the door? Because he fear certain things coming to happen. And that's their business. That's their own thing.
The man had to save the Democrats out of the country yesterday. They would have killed each other. They would have
Democracy
killed
is
each other. Johnny, that close don't get go. They would have killed each other.
Let me let people know that that legislature of both Senate and Representative is the people's house. No one should stop anyone from going there, especially those that we elected as our deputies to go to session, to go in the parliament, and to go into the chambers. That was wrong by Myean Ko. It's political. They want to protect their interests. And like I said,
No,
that
that's
place
no interest, man.
that place is a place. Look.
Okay, get
Can
closing.
we just do your closing?
Do your closing. We gotta go. We got less than 10 minutes.
Watch the next few weeks. You will see what I'm saying. What will happen. So thank you. Go in there, people. Thank you for listening to us. Those who agree with me.
Let me close.
Thank you.
LOVE, my brother.
Let me close.
LOVE, my brother.
You see, some of us, for me, when I come, I basically can speak to the experiences I've had over a specific sector over time. I was privileged to work at the legislature, from personal staff to even central administration, and then as a reporter there for several years. The drama that is taking place, the reason Myean Ko locked those offices, because had those offices been open, they were going to remove Kofa. And they know it clearly. The guys had a number. The guys had around 47 to 48. Had you open Capitol building that day and they go there, they were going to remove him. So the best strategy was fill the building with people from all outside. You saw bulk of the people that are in that building came from different places. They enter the building, they stabilize, they play. If you went to Capitol building, now some of those doors, they bust them open. A lot of things happen in our Capitol building. They got a lot of work to do to go and fix things after all these classes. That was it. And that is a serious issue. What is going to happen, like Johnny said, in the next few days will be simple. The fact that you have linked your colleagues to corruption and say somebody gave them money to remove you, and that dark cloud is now hanging over them, they will go at any length to remove you. Because technically, they are a situation where they cannot move. When you return, it's almost like a failed coup. When a coup fails and that man returns, all of them in trouble. Their committees, they're going to lose it. They're going to lose a lot of stuff. So they will definitely have to stay the ground. Even the Thomas Fala that have been linked to everything. For Thomas Fala to allow Funati Kofa to return as speaker, Thomas Fala definitely is going to be losing his role as deputy speaker in a couple of days. That is clear.
He already lose it though.
Okay. So that is the reason why he's going to hold on to the grounds.
There's no reason to hold on to no ground because it's wrong. It's negative. We gotta go. Brother, we gotta go start a Doma tomorrow morning, but
that's what is going to happen in the next few days. That place is going to be chaotic. Those guys will not first of all sit on Funati's gavel. It will be difficult for Funati to have session without the majority of the people. It will be difficult for Funati to have session without majority. The first day that Thomas Fala went to session, only 22 lawmakers show up. And because 22 show up on Tuesday, they knew what was coming on Thursday. That what Thursday was chaotic.
The fact is, they were coward. They were rebel. They went behind him to try to remove him. They are rebels.
Can I do my closing?
Good, your closing, man.
They are rebels. They went behind the man back. They're not man enough. They can't man up to him.
No problem. Go ahead, Grace.
I mean, thank God it's Friday. It's a good show today. It was nice for the representatives then to come on to give us information on what is going on in Liberia. For me, I am not partisan. So I'm a Liberian who stands for the Liberian people, especially the people in the rural area who got nobody to speak for them. And they don't even have data to put on their phone to come and speak. So they are the one I represent this platform. I will say what happened in the House was not supposed to happen. These people took our capital and disgraced the country. And I was at this point in time, I will be fair and I will stand with Melvin Cole and the rest of the representatives that stop this from happening. If they want to do these kind of things, I am not fanatic. Kofa is not my cup of tea. Too many things have been going on in the House of Representatives. I don't think he stand up to this government enough the way he's supposed to stand up to this government. 45 million were taken from the government when Joseph Boakai just got into power. Until today, there has been no accountability for that money. There has been no report on what they did with that money. 22 million disappear in the budget spending. No, there is no accountability. Fanatic Kofa did nothing. So at that point in time, I don't care whether they want to move him or not. It's not my thing. My thing is due process. How is the right way to do it? That's my stuff. Democracy has to remain in our country. We have to respect the rule of law. Until they go through the right process, I will be backing Mary Coden for making sure they stood their ground for democracy to prevail in Liberia. We do not want rebel activity and people singing all kinds of gibberish songs in the country and acting like soldiers. We want to get away from that. Liberia is now no longer in war. So if you want to do something, we have a sitting government, we have a sitting speaker, let due process be done and the procedure carry on the right way. That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. So all those representatives that signed out and took money, some of their names have been given to me, some of them holding green card in the country. I'm about to do my research. I will be writing against them as a Liberian citizen. They do not leave here and go to our country to destroy the nation and take money for bribery and things to remove a city speaker. If they want to remove the city speaker, they should go through red procedures and processes. And that's what we are saying. We want democracy to prevail in our country, and we want the peace to remain in the country, and that's what we want. And I think, we have different points of views. I understand Togar point. I understand where Johnny coming from. I also saying that I stand for the Liberian people, and I don't think the people will want that kind of chaos in the capital. Anytime there's supposed to be something done, let it be done the right way.
Okay, let me close here quickly. Let me say here that Liberia is a democratic nation. And for those who should actually be having oversight, standing there and violating the Constitution, we have had more than 20 years of civil war. We don't have time for insurgents. We don't have time for them. The attitude by Thomas Fowler, who is the deputy speaker, to lead a group that calls an insurgent, brought in insurgent to destabilize our democracy, is really troubling. It's really troubling. And my hope is that he will do something honest to resign from his position, if possible, resign from the House of Representatives. There are credible information that he was involved in the audit report with millions of dollars that was siphoned from the Liberian government. I believe, for the Liberian people, I believe he should resign his position. He's already been disgraced. I mean, they should have been man enough to stand up before the speaker and tell him why we are removing you. You don't go behind somebody's back. Only a coward does that. Go behind somebody's back and try to remove him after you're not assertive enough to stand in front of him and tell him. Ditching up money for loyalty is not anything. It never lasts, because they will only eat the money. When the money is done, then they will switch. Unfortunately, we have some legislature that stand up for nothing. And I'm glad that Chairman Musa Bealded, Melvin Cole, Asaf Foko, and others stood their ground yesterday to save our country. I'm not sure if President Boakai is aware of what is happening. Either he's aware or either he's not aware. That means he had no control. But the fact you can take $1.something million catch and misuse it in the way that you did yesterday, when JFK does not even have medication. People go to JFK, they have to go out there and buy blood or get the family to give them blood. And you got the deputy speaker throwing out millions of dollars to bribe people because he does not want to be implicated in an audit where he took millions of dollars It's sad for our country. And I believe he should do the honorable thing to resign from that position as deputy speaker and even from the House of Representatives. And those who were caught receiving the money should be persecuted. Liberia is a nation of law. And all those who took the money, especially one of the guys from Basel who cheated Togar in the election and still took money, he should I saw that crook. I know that crook from the States. You know, I want people sometimes you don't even advocate for them. You know, this guy have done nothing for them in that district, nothing. But because he was from that town, and other people who were there billing, I know the guy who was there billing school, repairing the school, and doing other things. They said because the other guy from that town, Shadrach Reeves, ran in that town. They said because Shadrach was not from there and he had the name Reeves, he's not part of them. So a guy who came and registered less than 6 months, less than a year, won the election and have done nothing.
But Shadrach Baza man, how they say he from there?
No, they say he got Reeves' name, so that's a different name. And that how come they went and voted? Whereby he provided he built a school, he built water, he provided for the children, he even put up this light for them in that village and all. They say he was not part of them. They say they didn't care what he do, they're not going to vote for him. They brought a crook to be representative. And yet what he's doing, taking money behind them for his own personal use. Unfortunately, Liberia will be like that. And Liberia will remain like that. Tribalism is killing us. We don't look for the fact. We don't look for something objective. We're not objective at all. We just focus on the tribal thing, and he has not helped Liberia. He has only destroyed Liberia. That's what he has done. He has destroyed Liberia, and that's what we're seeing right now. Okay, those legislators, those representatives, they are criminals. The one who took the money, they are rebel leaders, and I hope we can have a day in Liberia.
They are rogues.
I hope the president can issue a proclamation that October 17 will be the day of the insurrection in that country, and we should observe it. The flag should be flown half-staff in the country at the holiday when they try to overthrow the speaker. Unfortunately, Liberia is I don't want to talk. Let me close because Johnny, some of us who come there and go into these villages for the last 10 years, I've been almost everywhere in that country drinking for Liberian people. One day, if I say I want to go run in my own time, they'll say you're not part of us, but they'll forget about all the good I've been doing. That's why I don't put myself in the politics. I don't. The other time, one day, about 100 then came to me and said, "Oh, we came to petition you." I said, "You better go petition your own self to find food to eat and get from me." Okay, but Johnny, it was good to see you, man. Chris, I'll see you tomorrow. You got 2 Doma on me, Henry.
And a board,
anything you want. You are a queen on the show. Anything you want to buy for you tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Take good care of home, man.
Being in studio, okay?
Togar, good to see you, my man. Don't be running away.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll soon be settled in. I'll be ready. I'll soon be settled in. Ready.
All right. All right, guys. Let's take care.
All right.
.1 Days of Renaissance Radio. Let me say many thanks to you for your listening role. Those of you that follow online, those of you that follow via the radio, let me say many thanks to you. We'll catch you. I'm going to be on next Monday. I wish I'm going to be here with another fascinating edition of the Closing Argument. Many thanks there to our panelists and all other affiliate radio stations that are really the broadcast. We sincerely apologize for not taking your calls. We hope that on next week, we're going to take calls in to get your input on this show. There's a Closing Argument. The show comes away from Monday up to Friday. Let me say many things to you. We'll catch you. That's going to be on next week. My name is Henry Jallah. I'll catch you when I catch you. Let me say bye-bye. From at the time, take exactly 12 minutes, climbing up to 1 o'clock. Yeah, in Liberia from where I sit. Under the cooling studio, I mean. Under the cool studio, I mean. It is not, So tomorrow's not going to be 5 a.m. this morning. I wish I'm going to resume broadcast on the Renaissance Radio 96.1 2FM. Do not forget, close your door, lock your door, because bad guys are around. This is Liberia. This is all we have. This is what we can do for our country, and this is what duty calls for. We put our time and effort, our commitment. So catch up when we catch you. Thank you for listening.